Hey guys, how's it going? Reseller Six Pack episode 31, and we're gonna do a live Q&A today. So put your questions in the chat if you got them. We got a pretty full panel today, so I'll start with someone, I guess, and just have them throw it on to the next person. Tonya, what are you drinking today?
Hey everybody, I'm Tonya, also known as Thrifty Treasures here on YouTube, and tonight I am drinking a St. Arnold White Noise beer. There's the, no. I am challenged, you guys. White Noise. It's pretty good. I like
it. Steve and Steph.
R.
We have a pirate on the show.
I scratched my eyeball, so I have a patch on. And I'm drinking something. Oh, I'm drinking Corona, but I did some other stuff earlier, so it wasn't.
Steve, you've set a reputation for yourself that nobody will ask questions if you show up with an eye patch. Steve, whatever.
It's brutal.
It's all right. Steve was just hotboxing in his car again.
I scratched my eye, and it was brutal today. And then with the patch on it, it makes my eye relax. So I'm a pirate.
This is by choice. No doctor told him to wear this thing. This is
self-diagnosed. Did you have the patch lying around the house, or did you have to get it?
He's hurt his eyes before.
Yeah, I got hit.
It's a good look. It works for you.
I'll tell you. If anybody wants to know about my eye, I'll tell you more later. But let's pass it on to John Cincinnati Picker. What are you drinking?
Actually, somebody just sat down and joined me, so she can share what she's drinking too.
Hi, Whitney.
Hey, Whitney.
Hello.
Whitney and John.
We're matching.
Yeah, she took my other hat.
This is like real life. He owns so many hats that literally these are the exact same hat. Kind of ridiculous. And I am drinking my boxed wine.
Nice.
Real fancy shit.
I'm drinking Anderson Valley Ghost beer. Very good.
Ooh.
Wait, like ghost is in G-O-S-E?
G-O-S-E.
Not ghost as in the spooky thing that haunts you? I know this because I've had to look for it a million times and nobody ever has it.
Does that mean anything? Ghost?
No, it's just a type of beer.
Clue.
It's a type of beer. It's like a kind of like tart. Hard to explain.
Maybe they tried to spell goose but misspelled it. Maybe they were too drunk to spell it.
Could be.
That's a good story.
Who do we got next on the list? I guess go ahead, Shane.
So my name is Shane, and I'm the Rising Rhyme Picker, and I'm drinking Eliason Space Dust IPA. The same stuff I was drinking 3 weeks ago because I haven't drank it all yet.
What? How do you not drink all the beer? I don't know what that's like.
Yeah, it doesn't last long here at our house. Who we got next? Andy.
How's everybody doing? I'm Andy, the ParrotHead Picker, and man, after watching the end of this Vikings and Saints game, I needed something to settle my nerves. So I am drinking Central Waters Bourbon Barrel Stout Brewers Reserve. So this is a big boy.
Very cool. Lauren.
Hi, I'm Lauren, Hot Chic Thrift on Instagram, and this is Sookie, my dog. She likes to sit in my lap tonight. And I'm drinking Killian's Irish Red.
Nice.
Sookie, is that from True Blood?
Yes, she's named after the character in True Blood.
Nice.
She's a Jack
Lauren,
Russell Corgi.
I just got to say that Killian's is like my all-time favorite beer ever.
Killian's. Never had it.
It is one
I've
of mine.
never had it either.
I like Finnegan's a lot, too.
Never have had. Who do we have? Duane.
I'm Duane Hale. I'm watching the game.
What do you want?
I'm just thinking, but I think Minnesota just won.
What?
So that's why it was so close. And then all of a sudden I looked and I'm like, wait a minute. Duane Hale, Mothership Products. I'm sporting the water tonight, so careful. Don't go hard on me.
Very
Oh
good.
my gosh, this is so many boxes lined up.
And we got Chad here too. Chad, do you want to go next, I guess?
Hi. What are we going next for? I just got here. Sorry.
Just plugging yourself and what you're drinking, I guess.
Oh, I'm Chad, the Golden Finger Picker, and I'm going to be drinking coffee as soon as Kim brings it. So,
right on.
Good to see everybody.
Yeah.
Chad's one of those weird people who is like zero affected by caffeine late at night. And that's crazy. Because if I drank coffee right now, I'd be up all night long.
Me too.
Yeah, I can drink coffee at night. It doesn't.
That's awesome. I wish I could.
Could drink a Mountain Dew and sleep like a baby.
Oh my goodness.
They say that means your liver works too hard, though, if you can drink a caffeine drink and go to bed.
Dude, I could drink a Monster before I go to bed.
Yeah, I'm bad with that kind of stuff, too.
Of course, I also take ZQuil, so I just do it habitually, I guess.
Chasing the ZQuil with the coffee.
It's non-alcoholic, by the way.
Uppers and downers, man. That's when you get dangerous, when you're mixing the uppers and the downers.
Yeah.
Those Four Locos were like that.
Oh.
Yeah, the Jaeger bombs are like that with Red Bull.
Yeah, they are. So how's everyone's weekend?
It was good. I've been having sales like crazy. I got to brag for a second. I've had more sales this weekend on my eBay account than I've ever had.
Are you selling a lot of media?
Oh, yeah, just a lot of individual stuff. So I've got 33 sales over the weekend.
Wow.
Very nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're like average like 15, 20 bucks just because it's all these like onesie, twosie media stuff.
Heads up.
I think
I
did about 15 for the weekend, and that's good.
That's
But
I'm sure your average was way higher than mine.
Well, what I was trying to do yesterday is literally when they would come in, I would pack it up because I do not want a Tuesday morning headache, a rush.
Yeah, that's smart.
No, I don't think ZQuil's Benadryl, is it?
I don't know.
I think they're different, aren't they?
Yeah. No, I don't think they're the same.
I can't take Benadryl. It makes me do crazy stuff.
I take it. Sometimes when I can't sleep, I have to pop like 2 of them, and I sleep like a baby.
I will sleepwalk all night long if I take Benadryl. Every time I take it, I don't know why, but I do.
Medication doesn't have much of an effect on me. I can take it and don't really feel any different.
I can't imagine why.
Can I ask you guys a question, your opinion on something real quick?
Sure.
Shoot.
I've been listening to video games, which Shane and Jory got live with me on my phone, and we went to my garage and I dug out a bunch of old video game stuff, and they're like, that's a good one, that's a good one, that's a good one. And just by chance, it's like out of the PlayStation 1s, I had the one you wanted. Out of the the PlayStation 3s, I had the one that you wanted, and PlayStation 2s, I had one in the box. But I listed the 2 PlayStation 2s, and they already sold. They sold really quick. And what I'm doing is like this right here is the PlayStation 1. This is the PAL.
Wow.
It's European, and this is what I do. Whenever I'm done, I got it, and I saran wrap it all. It's got the game. It's got the console. It's got 6 games, and then all the remote, the controller, and all the power cables and stuff is like that. And then what I'll do is I'll wrap all this up in bubble wrap, and then put it in the box.
Fancy.
You wouldn't be up. No, I'm asking about. Would you be upset if you got something like this that was saran wrap? I mean, even though
No, I'd be impressed.
Not at all.
Good packaging.
No.
I put it on my shelf. Like I've got this, and then I just put it on my shelf like that, and
That's going to keep the moisture out too. That's a good idea.
It keeps them from sliding around too.
Of course,
Yeah, that's
I don't like
smart.
my
You
stuff
don't have to
sitting around.
overlap with each controller either.
Yeah. Plus, I don't like my stuff sitting around long enough to where moisture will even affect it. But
Right.
But yeah.
Can I ask a dumb question?
Yes, sir.
Wait, you're gonna be hearing our dog freaking out right now.
Dude, what's up?
Awful.
But the dumb question is okay, relax.
He's
The
so
dumb-
upset at the dog that's outside.
What is, you know nothing about video games and all that? What is PAL?
It's European region.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You
The
can't.
same true.
It's
And that's a good thing?
It's a pain in the ass to test because you'd have to convert the hydro because European plugs or plugs from the UK are a lot different. PAL is just a different standard. It's the same for DVDs too. Like the UK, France, Germany, Italy, those would all be PAL region DVDs, PAL region video games. They won't work on standard NTSC stuff, which is North American media.
Yeah, I can't play the PAL games on the regular because I wanted to test it. So with this, even though it's PAL, I said it. I was not able to test it. It's got everything. It's got the 220 power jack. It's that big old power plug-in.
Wow.
Yeah.
20.
And then all the games are all PAL. So I'm listing it as untested because I can't test it, and I'm not going to go through the rimroar of.
Yeah.
That'd be a big pain.
220. Wow.
Yeah.
220 to 240 volt. Yes.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's what you hook a motorhome up to.
Well, they would also charge their iPhones with on 220, right?
Yeah, they just have all these step down converters and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. And he
if
just
Chad
threw in
tried
the chat what it was.
If Chad tried to test that in his house, he'd probably blow a fuse and start a fire or something.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to do that. I am scared to death of electricity. I won't even stick a 9-volt battery on my tongue.
Is that your cell phone?
Yeah, old school, man. I got the old
That's right there.
This is the operator calling.
Yeah, I'm old school.
He's got a touchscreen dial tone, so he's spinning his fingers on it.
Party line. Now I got to tell him sorry. I'm in a live show.
I might as well mention, Andy put in the chat what PAL actually stands for. Phase alternating line, which I think that is right. But if you see PAL video games, yeah, they don't work here.
Whose channel is this on?
Mine.
Good use good.
Good.
Hey Shane, Jennifer Weddle asked, "How did you do at the Indianapolis spins?"
I did really good. Went to Shadeland, bought almost an entire cart of stuff for $23, and a lot of vintage shirts and vintage clothing.
Nice, man.
Yeah,
nice.
Definitely.
Ronnie,
Got home this morning. Super tired. Got home this morning. Stayed in a hotel last night because I was too tired to drive.
Yeah.
And stayed till they closed down.
How crazy was it?
Shadeland was super crazy, and it's kind of in a shady area of town. And then I went to Greenwood.
Oh my God, Chad!
My ringer off. I'm sorry.
Greenwood was my second stop, and it wasn't horrible. It was pretty dead. And I went to a couple others around the area. Indianapolis, by the way, has 4 outlet stores.
Yeah, they're hardcore.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
I used to go to an auction in right on Shadeland Avenue, and I made a killing at that thing.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. Was it
On
like
Amazon returns?
Oh, returns, Amazon returns.
Yeah, like by the pallet. It was so much fun.
That's awesome.
I love those.
Yeah, those
I
are
was
the
like
good old
shopping
days.
like crazy.
She's like, I want this pallet of household stuff right
I
here.
want all those
Oh, yeah.
households and those households. I went crazy.
Lonnie, what you drinking, bud?
Not enough.
Is the game officially over?
Not drinking enough, man. Yeah, I need something a little stronger than this. I need like a
that Vikes win, or
is that another dog?
Yeah, this is my other dog.
I love it.
We have lots of dogs here.
Oh, it's so cute.
What happened at the end? My phone kept updating. It would say end of the fourth, like Saints ahead, and then end of the fourth.
I think it ended 24-29.
They threw a pass at the end and scored from I don't know 60 yards out or 50 yards out.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Oh my god!
Last second play. It's like an epic play at the end.
Oh my!
And I'm just going to try not to vomit right here on air, but yeah, it was pretty disgusting. Congrats, though, Lauren. Hey, I'm drinking. That's the most half-hearted, like lame congrats I could ever give anybody. You had to be happy though. You didn't see the play, Lauren?
I didn't see it. I was driving home to watch with you guys talk. My husband's still at the bar. He's probably not going to be home for like 2 hours now. They're probably partying.
Yeah. Oh, they're partying right now. I promise you. But no, I'm drinking a Corona Light with a lime. So chopped up a lime and stuff. So I'm trying to drown my sorrows.
Oops, that's me.
Oh.
Yeah,
Phil.
So what's going on? We got questions here or what? What are we doing?
You missed the story of how Steve lost his eye and why he's got a patch.
Wait, what's going? Did he hurt his eye?
Yeah, man.
For real?
Yeah.
Or is this like drama?
He got in a fight.
We had a bet on the Viking game, and
bet your eyeball.
Got one of those melon things. That's the kind of bets we make. I've only got 3 toes left, by the way. I've lost a lot of bets.
That was if you win, I get to poke you in the eye, and if you lose, I get
She likes to use that melon baller thing.
So Steve, is your eye really okay? Is this just a costume or?
I scratched my eyeball.
He's very
and
rough.
I aggravated it today.
Very rough at taking his contacts
shit.
out. He pinches them out. He doesn't like lift them out. He like pinks at them like this.
Oh my
eyeball.
God. Stop.
So he scrapes his eyeball.
I wanted to wear this. Like we were out all day in the sun and everything, so it's aggravated. So I'm just letting my eye rest.
Yeah, I told him we should not be on tonight. He should just go take a little rest. So if you're hearing this, if you want to pop on and take our spot, we will swap with you.
The governor.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
Sorry, my dog
Sounds like a dog.
Oh gosh.
Ultimate dog fighting.
All right, guys. Just got another one, so drink up.
No.
I sold Daria,
I gotta get another
TV show, the complete series, for a
That is
whopping $9.99.
Yeah.
Big money.
Cheers.
Hey, some of those old 90s media TV shows do pretty good.
Chad, those boots are awesome.
Dude, for those of you guys didn't see, these boots were on place. Kim found them. $10. They're Doc Martens.
Really?
The knee-high boots. Yeah, $10. If you look on our Instagram, you can. We posted the actual ad. It's $10. It literally brand new.
Wow.
Chad, will they fit you?
Not
Yeah, what size?
Go
boot. But I listed it for $99 for a quick sale on eBay. So hopefully somebody will. It's got to take somebody real special to wear these, I think.
Yeah. Definitely special.
Yeah, Kim's really good about finding those deals on there.
Well,
on those local sites.
Just had the green ones recently.
When she's just sitting around, which those sold for 120, 130, something like that. But when she sits around and not doing it, she's constantly looking at those. And the key to getting that stuff is being the first one to freaking see it. That's the key.
Yep.
So
I do that during the day quite often to source.
Yep.
And you've got to be the first one to go get it too.
Yeah, you got to act.
Yeah. I mean, she was willing. If if she would have said, yeah, they're penny pickup, Kim would have said, I'll give you $20 and I'll come right now. She totally would try to swoop in and grab them.
Can I tell my Facebook story?
Yeah, tell your Facebook story.
So we had a broken bench because John broke it, but it's kind of okay because I didn't want to keep it. But anyway, so we had a broken bench that we put. I made the mistake of doing curb alert on Facebook Marketplace, and I will never do that again. So I got like 5 million messages, and all I kept saying is, "Yep, it's still at the curb." And then someone messaged me and said, "Will you take $10?" And I'm like, it's free, but yes, I will take. I think I just responded yes. Like, of course, yes, I will take $10. But yeah, curb alert is not meant for Facebook. It is a disaster. You all probably already know that. That's my story.
Henshaw, he's the guy that called me, and I says, dude, I'm on a live show. Come on, check it out. So he's in the chat, Jesse. He's watching the show. Well, he's not watching. He's listening. He's blind, so he's listening to the show.
Very cool.
I tell you what, he came and stayed with us for a couple of weeks, and unbelievable what you put a totally blind person in a brand new environment, and he'll pick it up like that. You only have to show him once how to get from his bedroom to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just because his other senses are so heightened.
Oh yeah. Well, dude, he plays messages. He plays them because it goes so fast we can't understand it.
Oh, he speeds them up.
Oh, yeah, I mean, super speeds them up. Yeah.
Because his sense of hearing, he's developed it so much better now.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
There's a story of this guy that can, he's blind, but he uses sonar like bats, and he makes like mouth noises and then it reverberates, and he can like see that way, just like a bat
Doesn't
does.
he ride a bike?
That's
He rides a
amazing.
bike. Yeah, he rides a bike.
That's really cool.
I seen that on Discovery Channel. Yeah, he makes weird clicks with his mouth and stuff.
Well, they're coming out. They came out. He was telling me they came out with this technology that acts like sonar for him. So
that's so cool.
Wow, developmental stages now, but I'm like, that would be cool. So.
Definitely.
Hey guys, can I interrupt for a second? Nick,
Of course.
Nick is in the chat, and we're gonna tag team with him because he's in bloody England. It's getting late there. You'd like to pop in and say a word or two.
So we're saying goodnight for now. We're gonna be watching, and
we'll be looking at this thing.
Yeah.
Have a proper evening.
With one eye.
Have a proper evening.
Take care of him.
Maybe the other I might get closed. We'll
All right,
see.
guys. Nick's coming in.
Good seeing you.
See you, Steph. See you, Steve.
See you, Steph.
Cheerio.
Duane, you doing all right, bud? You're awfully quiet.
That's because I don't have any alcohol. I'm just listening. Yeah, just listening to the. I was trying to figure out did it come with a stripper pole or no?
One more time.
Oh, I was just wondering if your Doc Martens came with a stripper pole or not.
Don't say anything, but I have tried to talk her into getting a stripper pole.
Whoa.
She won't do it.
Yeah, don't tell anybody, though.
I just figured.
Yeah, right.
I just figured Chad was such a good hustler. He got the boots off her when it was all said and done too. Didn't even pay her and got the boots.
Just the other night, I was laying in bed. It's like, it would be so cool to have that stripper pole right there. And I told her,
Oh my gosh.
be quiet. Oh, be quiet. I'm like, what?
Hey, you guys.
Kill me if she knew I said.
What's up, Nick?
I'm
Hey,
good.
Nick.
Hey, Nick.
Good to be back in again. How are you all?
Good.
Good.
Got to be a little late over there now.
It's now 1:30.
Wow.
I've been editing videos, so I'm wide awake.
Oh, speaking of stripper poles, this is funny. Jesse in the chat, okay? The kid I was telling you. When he was down here, Logan and Levi took him to a strip club. Yeah. He loved it. So.
Yeah, he says in the chat, I love strippers.
Yeah.
Maybe Jory should take him to a tuning bar.
Yeah, I'll take a tuning bar.
Tuning bar. Oh gosh.
Tip by Braille, you know.
I don't know, but I do know he got a lot of attention.
Like, is that when
Silver
touching's
hair.
allowed?
Do what?
I'll say, is that when touching's allowed when you're blind?
Oh my god.
I think everybody
Abort.
froze. Everybody froze.
It's Jory's channel, so it's allowed. Last week,
No
no,
rules.
no,
Yeah.
he wasn't here. He wasn't here last week, but
Everybody
I think you guys sent out like a warning label on this
Yep.
show.
Yeah.
Parental advisory.
Yeah.
Canadians have different rules, so
Jory, what are you drinking?
I was drinking MGG. Now I'm drinking Bailey's.
Oh, I was like, it looks like you're drinking.
wow.
Oh, Bailey's. That's so sickly, that stuff. How can you drink it?
I don't mind it.
Bailey's
Oh,
good.
man.
Mix that with beer. Oh.
Jory's
I
got
like to beer first.
That's a
I might have
hangover
to
waiting to happen.
I'm going to switch to whiskey after.
Ew.
Oh, jeez.
That's crazy. You don't mix your alcohol like that.
Yeah, this is a nice sip and drink, and the beers were nice while I was working today, and then I'll have some whiskey then the night off.
Is
Oh,
Bailey's
wow.
popular over there? I'm interested.
It is, yeah.
It's,
A lot of people drink it in their
generally
coffee.
A ladies' drink over here.
Yeah, we put it in the coffee. It's definitely a bit of a ladies' drink here too.
I think so.
But yeah, we put it in coffee or eggnog too. Put it. In
No, people drink. A lot of people drink it in coffee. It's not a ladies' drink at all around here. Anyway, that's
It's big
interesting.
at Christmas over here. Lots of
It's
people
a
drink it.
North drink. Jory
got,
drinks
like,
because he's from Canada.
Yeah.
Minnesotans drink Bailey's all the time with everything.
Okay.
It's like a North thing, I think. I don't know.
ha ha, Jesse. Well, see, I don't think he can read the chat. He's listening to us, but we're all responding to him in the chat. But I don't think it reads the chat to him. So, ha ha, Jesse. Yeah, he said he fell in love that night. Giggity. But yeah, sorry, I'm typing to him in the chat and realized I bet he can't.
Hey,
He doesn't read that to him.
Hey, we got a question. We finally got a question in the chat there. Did y'all see it?
That was like 20 minutes ago.
I know. Maybe if we answer it, we might get more questions.
Trying to reel it back in.
Is there a theme tonight? I didn't see the theme.
There's no theme.
It's Q&A.
Okay.
We've done 0A so far. So
Going well then. Going well as usual.
So the question is, Silverhead Stacker asked, this is such a stir the pot kind of question. There. Who on the panel is the best reseller other than yourself?
Nick.
What?
I'm gonna say. I would probably say Nick, but man, I think John would be a tight second there.
Yeah, we can all say that.
Nick sold an Atari game for $5,000.
Yeah, that's just one sale.
Yeah, that takes me 1,000 sales.
I mean, Chad did sell a record for.
That's true. He did.
Eh.
I think it depends how you're judging it. I think for being happy and content with where you're at, I think Chad's nailed it.
Chad,
in my opinion.
Chad, I think, has the best knowledge of anybody I've seen.
Low standards, man.
I think Tonya has so many outlets. I mean, she's so diversified. I don't know. Like I said, it depends on what you consider, the best reseller, because she has 15 different ways to sell things. Where I've got one or two.
I think John would probably move the most volume.
I know that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
John buys and sells anything at all. That's where I think he has a leg up, because he has that local option. And I mean, he hits the local apps and all that stuff too, but he actually has a friggin' auction to move stuff local. So
right.
I admire John.
Yeah, see, and
for sure.
Steph said you guys could all sell the same item, and Tanya's going to get the most for it.
True.
On here, I've been thoroughly enjoying finding out about their business model and how they do things. That's impressive.
Yeah.
So, Tonya, what's your answer to that question? Put you on the spot.
Which question? I thought we were just making
The only one we've
statements.
had.
Oh gosh. I cannot pin it down to one person because I see all of you guys every day hustling stuff. So I can't pin it down to one person. I think they all do amazing.
That was very political.
Well, I'm political Tonya, you know.
That was smart too.
Thank you.
That was probably the smartest thing said on the show.
It sounded like someone's really hungry. That's belly rumble sound.
Oh, that was good.
This is my mama's lap, and you cannot come on it.
Oh,
God. Right, Lauren?
I think my husband might have come home and he's outside and they're barking. I don't know.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. You want to go check it out?
That was the smartest thing said.
They normally get kicked out, but I'm the only one home, so I left the door open for them.
Nice. That's a plus. I mean, it is snowing outside.
Not snowing here yet. It's supposed to be. Waiting for it. Not looking forward to it either. Not at all.
Oh, look at that really giant trophy next to Lonnie's face right now.
Lauren, don't acknowledge that.
I can't see you guys. I can't see y'all. There's something wrong. I'm getting blinded by this blingy ass trophy. I can't really see you guys.
My goal is just to not lose, and I accomplished that. So.
What did I guess? What is it, Lonnie?
This is the reseller six-pack fantasy football trophy. First place. So glad you asked, Chad.
Oh,
first place trophy.
Congratulations, dude.
Dude, nobody else told me congratulations in the league, so thank you, Chad. I
Oh, that is not true. We all told you congratulations.
Yeah, I wasn't in it, so I wasn't asked. Is he drinking out of it?
No, you
Are you drinking out of it? Oh.
Yeah, you got to drink out of it.
I can't. It's not like hollow. Yeah. I mean, there's nowhere to. I would if I could. I promise.
And yes, I was asked. I just didn't do it because I don't know crap about football.
Hey, John, you told me not to use this trophy. So if John doesn't win fantasy football, then it's all luck. If he wins, it's skill and knowledge and all that.
Yep, that's right. Twice a day, you know.
So, hey, John, you said not to get used to this. Is this trophy going to travel like to the next winter? Is that the idea?
Yeah. So go ahead and pre-package it with my address. Dated.
Are you
next
serious?
Year,
Are you serious about that?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm not buying a new trophy for the next season. Are you crazy?
My name needs to go on it then.
Yeah.
If you want to put some duct tape and write Lonnie or something, go for it. That's up to you. That's on your dime.
Look, we have all these sides on it. We could put names.
Yeah, you could get like a silver or a gold little paint pen.
I'm no.
Tanya myself.
You can
little name tags for each year one.
You can buy like a really cheap engraver.
Hold on a second. Dude, Jory is like the first dude to get a super chat in pounds.
Hey, yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
Daniel, 2 pounds. Very nice, thank you. Nick repping the other side of the pond.
Actually, Nick got it. Nick got that chat.
Nick technically got it, yeah.
I've got a bunch of YouTube.
I can't see the chat.
Question real quick, and it has to do with super chats. On one of my videos, because like Friday, and I want to get honest opinions. He was polite about it, but I got like several super chats that night, and whenever I'd see him, I would acknowledge them. Well, he commented that the super chats are getting annoying. Nobody cares other than the person who gave you the super chat. And I'm thinking, yeah, but the purpose of the super chat is to highlight whatever he wants to say, so you acknowledge it.
Yeah.
And he just has an issue with that, dude. I mean, What do you guys think? Should you wait until the end of your show to acknowledge all of them, or acknowledge them when you see them?
I think you have to acknowledge it. I mean, we don't ask for it, and we're honoured that people are prepared to do that. So of course you read it out.
Yeah,
That's the
I
whole
agree.
point in my idea.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
would acknowledge
For
it.
sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Just one.
Yeah.
I don't have the problem of just constantly people throwing money at me to where I've
No, I don't either.
It's not like that.
Bring it.
For quarters to John, he'll keep dancing.
He's a tootie stripper.
He made it sound like it was every freaking 30 seconds, but Daniel Jitteru, I think he's one of Nick's mates. Very, very nice of you.
Another one up late on the other side of the pond, I guess.
Yep.
Got a question from Steven Steff. Who was the first one to be on YouTube? I know it
Not him.
definitely wasn't me.
Out of this whole panel, it's got to be Chad.
Yeah, out of
right?
this
Yeah, Chad or Nick, probably.
Chad or Nick, yeah.
I think Chad.
I think Chad was there before me.
Oh.
How long have you been doing this, Chad?
Get me a freaking trophy or something? This is 2018, man. Everybody gets a damn trophy. Who got skimpy and only got the winner one trophy? Hold on. Who is in charge of this football league?
John.
Oh, was it you, Lonnie?
Hey,
one trophy for one.
I was
champion.
getting a bust on Lonnie if he was in charge of the league and he picked out the trophy.
No, man. No, it was great. We had. I'm about to say we had a great time, but I'm the winner, so I don't think I could speak for everybody.
Yeah.
No, it was a lot of fun. Every week was interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
A lot of shit talk.
Mm-hmm.
that would be kind of funny though if Lonnie bought his own trophy.
It almost. Oh, it is in January now. Damn.
What's in January?
Well, I was thinking the football season isn't over, but literally it pretty much is.
Yeah.
We got 3 games left.
Yep.
Okay.
The Crazy Card has an excellent question. He asks, what is the most you will pay on $100 gross slam dunk on eBay? I bail out at about $40. 2 other resellers at auction go to 60. Are they stretching or am I just being cheap? Sorry, talking shop. There's a lot of other variables with that too. Like, is it free shipping? Is it not free shipping?
I don't even understand.
How big is it? Okay, so if you're going to sell an item for $100, you know it's going to sell like easy
okay.
on eBay. How much would you pay for it?
I think,
I
dude,
think
I think
40
40 sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought he said 60.
Less than that, actually. I'll even put 25.
If I'm having a slow day and I know I can sell it the same day, I'd probably do 60. Like if I know it's going to sell.
I think I might too. If it's a video game, it's small, it's easy to ship. You know, you're paying 60 to, you know, after fees and shipping and everything, you're going to maybe 80, 85.
I don't
Depends on what it is.
Yeah,
I don't like $1 to make $100. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
Well, I don't like spending 50 to make 100, and no, I don't like that at
Yeah.
all.
Me
At
neither.
all. The only time I'll like that is if it was a bad buy, and I'm glad to double my money. I mean, I know that sounds a little dumb, but literally that's the way we look at it.
Yeah, I'll spend $20 to make 100, but I probably won't spend much over that. I mean, you got to consider once fees are taken out and everything, you got to take all that stuff into consideration.
I don't know.
I wouldn't go out of my way for one item for that. But like I said, like if I'm already buying a shitload at an auction, if there's that one other thing I know I'm going to make, you know, only $10 off of now instead of the 40 or 50, I could.
If there's shipping on top, I mean, that makes all the difference to me. But if it's something I've sold before, I know will be gone in a few days, yeah, it's easy money. So I'd do it at 50.
Right.
I think it's, you know, different for everybody because you might not have very good sourcing opportunities. You know, if you don't have a good steady flow of stuff coming in, you might need to get that $50 item to get it sold for 100.
It depends on your knowledge level in that item too. Like if you are rock solid, like if you're a specialist in that item, you know that you could spend. The more you know, the more you could spend. I think.
I got to acknowledge Krillin now with his super chat.
Yes, please do.
Let's hear Nick do
not
his best Chad redneck accent and Chad do a British accent.
Not accent.
Hey, he paid. He paid for it, man.
Yeah, he
He
paid.
knows how bad I am at this. That's the only reason he's paid.
Think about the redneck comment. Like, do I come off as a redneck?
He calls anybody south of about Virginia a redneck.
I just figured it would have been south of his house.
Right on. I'm not offended by being called a redneck, by the way.
Well, we're all
Let's hear
rednecks
it.
up
I
here.
mean, come on.
Go on then, Chad. Can you do a British accent?
Yeah, I do a British accent. Yeah, Mikey.
That's Australian.
Is that like a pirate?
That's okay. I get my Australian and British accents combined all the time.
Hello. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What was that?
French.
Is that what I sound like to you? Wow.
Your turn, Nick.
You can't be worse than that.
Well, I've got to do a Chad's accent. Like, ride on, ride on. That's about as far as I can go.
Oh, that's great.
We're as bad as each other, Chad. We can't do accents. Let's just face it.
Hey.
Krillin, you did a solid move. I would totally pay for that too.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, we appreciate Jory getting paid for our
I'll just sit back and watch.
we want our cut, man.
I'll send you a check in the mail.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I make it to Canada, you can buy me a beer. How's that?
Sounds good.
Here, I got a question for you guys. Going off of the other one of like, how much you pay for whatever. Obviously, when you're buying something to flip, the number one factor, I would guess, for everybody is price and what you're going to sell it for. What's the number two? What's the number two thing that you're like, all right, after that, what's
Time.
my decision on buying it or not?
Time. How much time does it take to sell? How much time does it take to list? How much time will it take to package? It's all about time, because everybody says time is money, but whenever somebody considers a flip, the first thing they talk about is money.
Turnover.
When I think time is like just as, if not more crucial, because time equals money. It truly does. So
I agree.
For me, I think condition ranks up pretty high as well. Maybe over time, because you can take a pair of shoes. Like I just sold these a while back ago. They were really good condition, but they were like a really cheap brand. Not cheap, but they were I forgot the brand name. And I sold them for $69 when other people had them listed for $49. Just because the condition was like almost like new.
A big one for me is will I get it done quick? I mean, for example, I picked this up at auction, this stack of DVDs. That's like an hour's work and it's done. Whereas if you pile of clothing for me, I will put off for weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think with me, other than I don't know, it's almost everything gets combined, and there's not really a. The first one is the money. The cost is what draws me to it, and then as I'm considering it, I consider everything. I consider the turnover rate. If it's something that's going to sell, if it's going to be a year from now, I'm not even interested. I think of what's it going to take to get it presentable for eBay. I think about I think about all kinds of things. Then I make the decision. So it isn't. I don't know. But after you do it a while, you can go through everything in a matter of that, and then you make the decision. So.
Yeah, it's a trade-off, isn't it? If it's cheap enough, all of the other things kind of don't matter. It's like if it's that much of a bargain, it's like, yeah, I'll buy it. But it's a pair of shoes that will take me weeks to list because I hate them.
Yeah.
Jennifer, we do global shipping. I don't. Canada doesn't have global shipping.
There you go. That makes that easy.
Yeah.
Jory has his own shipping company, so he does his own thing.
Yeah, I got a shipping company I use now. You guys can go check them out if you want. They're called Freight
Dude,
Com.
I saw you plugging it in our show the other day, and I didn't see it at the time. So which was totally cool. Why don't you plug it now since we're on your channel?
Yeah, if there's, well, I mean, you can do it. You can do it if you're in the U.S. now. I don't know the savings for the U.S., though. You guys would have to look into it yourself. But Canada, you can go on freightcom.com, and they get collective rates from a whole bunch of shipping companies like Relator, FedEx, H, all of them. And if you use my promo code GoodUseGoods, you'll save 10% on everything.
Sweet.
And so far, they've been cheaper than Canada Post, which has been nice because shipping sucks here if you're Canadian. It's expensive.
Okay, so Silver Hair Stacker says, why is ParrotHead so quiet? Now, Brian, the Oakbrook Picker says, where's Andy's Ronnie imitation?
That is went bye-bye, man. I cannot do it. I've actually been trying to work on it to get it back, and I cannot get it to where I want. So I've totally shelved that until I can nail it again. So
it's like practicing in the mirror.
Have you been working on it?
I honestly have, because every time I get on here, someone always asks me for it. And probably like the last 3 or 4 times, I've just totally missed it, and I'm like, yeah, I go, and I know that it's off, and yeah, so like I'll be sitting at work, you know, I'll be like, hey, it's all pickles, everybody. You know how we do it? You know, like I'm trying to get it, I'm like, it's not there, it's not there.
And he's got the imitation shanks.
Yeah,
you just need to find your inner Ronnie.
Yeah, so that's it. I've just been searching for my inner Ronnie, and it's just not there.
Just watch more Ronnie videos, and you'll just become him. You gotta immerse yourself in the character, you know, he's a
gonna start dressing like him, and
be one with the Ronnie.
Get you a Coke sign back there.
Yeah, I'd say he needs to be consigned behind him.
It's the only thing I'm known for anymore.
I watch Money Monday videos like clockwork every time you put one
and
out.
your photos, you're still known for the photos, man. You
And your beer pictures and
all that good stuff.
Yep.
Oh, Steven Steph, Golden Finger Picker says, he's right here, but I'll read it for you. Steven Steph, come back in here. I have the runs. He said,
yeah. Hey guys, thanks a lot. I do have to run. So
see you later, Chad. Thanks
always
for
fun, guys. Always fun.
Bye,
see you,
Chad.
Bob.
All right, guys.
Hi, Chad. See you. Oh, it's on Chad. It's on your channel next week. Is that right?
He said that was it the 21st?
Wait, the 21st?
Yeah, I think someone was taking over for me.
Okay, yeah. Next week on my channel, guys. I'm hosting it. Reseller 6-pack. Ooh.
Awesome. Yep, his channel's in the description.
Cool, appreciate it.
Okay, guys, have a good one.
Good. Brian, the Oakbrook Picker says, go take a salt bath.
Right on.
Oh, man.
Oh, dear.
Going through the chat. Krillin, I don't go to Toronto that much. I do the odd time. It's a couple hours from me. Oh, I hear a sale.
We got a sale.
Was that you, Lonnie?
All right, guys, y'all got a drink.
I've had way too much. I've been drinking since like 3. It's not good.
I sold some Banana Republic boyfriend jeans. No, seriously. I know. $29.99. These are like $1 pickup. Sold them for.
Does your boyfriend know that you sold those?
Hey, laugh it up, but then I want you to drink to my sale.
Cheers.
I gotta go get more
I
beer.
like how Lonnie looks over
Oh yeah, you haven't seen that?
It's like
Ronnie busts his balls for it all the time. Like how you look over your glasses. Yeah, you're really ridiculous.
Oh no, are you kidding me? Whitney, not you two.
It's like you're just all about the okay, let me
stop.
all the
Stop. That is so y'all are mean.
But you got this close to the thing and then looked over your glasses. It's not my fault.
John, can you talk to your wife later, please?
Oh, I endorse this. Excellent. If you're gonna have your fantasy football trophy, blocking your view to get attention, yeah, we're gonna bust balls all night.
Oh my god.
I do need bifocals, okay, Whitney? You're gonna be about 12 years. You're gonna be where I'm at.
How old do you think I am?
Aren't y'all like 32 years old or something?
I am. She's 22.
Oh, bullshit. She's like, wait, no, is she younger than you though? She's younger.
I'm sorry.
Okay, 14 years or whatever, Whitney, whatever the case may be. You'll be old one day, and you'll be like looking over your glasses or having bifocals.
I feel like that's like for a 50-year-old.
Bifocals.
Hey, welcome back, Steve and Steph. Or just Steph.
Oh, where's the
Speaking of old guys.
Pirate Steve.
Are we sure?
Arrgh. Warby Steve.
He's being loud.
He's being loud.
I'm muting this. Hold on.
Your volume was really low earlier when I was watching, actually, Steph. I don't know what the issue was, but I could barely hear you guys.
Let me see. Can you hear us now? Is it better?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Yeah, sounds good.
That sounds a bit better, yeah.
Good. I don't see us, so can you see us too?
I can see you. I can't see Steve. Is he invisible? You just
is.
said us.
All right. That wasn't me. That was the dog.
Arrgh, Steve, how far into your cups are you?
I got another one, mate. I got another one.
Oh, right then.
Shouldn't you be drinking rum now?
Oh,
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I could do the rum pose.
Oh, I love rum.
Oh, wait, I'm in my underwear.
Oh, no.
I forgot.
Oh, gosh.
I forgot. My bad. Okay, I got a question.
Jory's channel.
This is a multi-part question. So,
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, but I got to ask it. There's 15 parts to this.
Oh, God.
Okay. Okay, on the thumbs down, like when you do a YouTube video, the thumbs down, and maybe people in the chat can answer this too. First off, have you ever given a thumbs down? And do you ever give a thumbs down without actually watching the whole video? Like, are you just thumbs down because it's somebody you don't like, and maybe they would have had something you like that day, but do you ever just say, "Oh, I don't like this person, I'm thumbs downing," and don't even watch their video?
I don't have time to watch videos of people I don't like. So
Yeah.
that's the answer to my question.
What's the mentality?
Yeah, I've only.
of thumbs down?
I have no idea. I've given one thumbs down, and I've never watched that person's videos again. So.
Yeah, I'm
Was
in
it
about the
because
same boat.
I was wondering why you haven't been like commenting on my videos and stuff, Duane.
Well, you know that one thumbs down you got on that one video?
Right there. He's right there.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever put a thumbs down on anybody's video. Just
No,
I don't think I have.
I don't tend to use it. I think if I've got something positive to do, which is a thumbs up, then that's fine. But I don't see the point in the thumbs down, really. We get a lot on our channel. It used to be a point where we'd get 10 thumbs down almost instantly on every video, which has kind of calmed down now, which is just the same bunch of people who can't stand me, which is fine. But have they not got a life? They have to log in and do a thumbs down every time I release a video. It's like, really? Get over yourself.
That's what I wonder. It's like the video is just posted. There's a bunch of thumbs down. I wish they would comment, because we've had people have negative comments, and quite a few of them have been accurate. I mean, it's like, we agree with them. We're like, you know what? You make some great points. That was a piece of crap. But
you know what? I have a view on this thumbs down thing, because I had a stretch where I was getting a lot of thumbs down, and I could tell you that my greatest growth on my channel happened when I was getting the most thumbs down. Like I've been a little more vanilla lately, and my growth is like really flat. But when I was a little more controversial and had a little more hate going on in my channel,
edge,
I was actually growing faster. So I think there's like a line you need to get to, or if you want to grow. I think if you have like 0 thumbs down, you're probably not interesting enough.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Something to think about. Like if everybody loves you, then that's pretty friggin' boring. You need to be you don't have to be like 100% polarizing, but being a little polarizing can be good.
Yeah.
What do you think, Steve? Like seriously.
Here's what I think. First off, I find it curious how, like, there could be, if you get 6 thumbs downs, like over a dozen videos in a row, that's the people I'm wondering it's likely it's the same 6, right? Or maybe the same 5 or whatever.
I think you're probably right. Yeah.
Why do you keep watching?
Mm-hmm.
That's what Nick said.
That's all. I don't care if it's a thumbs down. I really don't. I mean, you're probably right. And if we wasted your time, you should give us a thumbs down. If we sucked you in and you're watching it and all of a sudden there's no grand finale or what you expected, that's just give the thumbs down. But when you get a consistent number that's constant, there's a likelihood that you're dealing with the same weirdos. I mean, I don't get it.
You know what option I wish they had on YouTube? I wish they had an option where the creator, like, you could leave the thumbs up, thumbs down on for everybody to see, leave it public and all that. But I wish there was an option for the creator to not see the thumbs up and thumbs down. That would be totally cool.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
To never see it. Yeah. Like if I almost put the Post-it note over it. Of course, virtual Post-it note over that little stat. Because it really doesn't mean that much.
Steve, I would find out who those people are, and I would make them walk the plank.
It got to a point on our channel where we'd schedule a live stream, and you can actually thumbs up and down before it starts. And we'd have a whole bunch of thumbs down before we'd even gone live. So it's not the content at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all it's kind of passed over, but it'll come back again.
Yeah. People go
something to get used to be honest. I wouldn't give it any mind, Steve.
It doesn't bother me. I think it's just fun to talk about. The reason I even we get that, but I've heard Chad has said numerous times, he'll schedule his live stream and those freaking thumbs downs are flying in before, right when it goes, okay.
Yeah. You know what number you need to focus on, Steve, is the number, I watched you guys last week during a live stream, and the number you need to focus on is 150 live friggin' viewers.
Yep.
And you have 2,300 subs. I've never seen a channel with that number of subs have that many live viewers.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. You guys do have a lot of live viewers.
That's strong.
It was probably an accident.
Yeah. And not only that, but YouTube counts thumbs down. I mean, they see all of that as a good thing, right? Because people are still interacting with your video, whether it's a thumbs down or a thumbs up. So they think that they're spiting you, but in reality, it's really a good thing. So
they're actually helping the metrics of your channel.
Exactly. So if you don't like somebody, it's best not to give them a thumbs down at all.
I think Steve and Steph have so many live viewers because they've created their own network. YouTube network, the Steve and Steph network. It's like a reality show of Steve and Steph, like ABC, NBC. I'm not joking. I'm being serious. You guys are more consistent and put out more videos than anyone.
I think, I don't know.
We've been doing them every day. I think that's why in live is so much more fun because we love to interact with everybody in the chat that we just love it. So that's why I think that
I don't think you can discount. You can't discount a lot of things here. Number one, Tonya, Lonnie, John Cincinnati Picker, Chad, Nick, anybody who has ever helped us and talked about us, and that's who these people are coming from. and there's luck, and we know that. It's but
no, I don't think so.
But the thing is, Steve,
no, we did not.
what you're not getting is they may send them there, but you're keeping them. You know, people may.
This is exactly what
you're the one keeping them there.
Let's get serious. Little Lonnie is the ones keeping them.
Look, I've got an issue here. Like, he hadn't made another appearance that I know of. I don't think he's been back.
He went on hiatus when he was bragging. I mean, Big Lonnie was bragging about the fantasy football. Little Lonnie couldn't stand it anymore, so he
took himself out, huh?
Yeah, but you know what? We got some great subscribers and some great people in the chats. So many people from the UK are so freaking hilarious, man. I know you guys know this. They are so funny. They're not in. We haven't insulted anybody that we're aware of. If we have, they've never said anything. Like people, we do.
We love it. We can take the insults.
I was so like, man, I don't want to be coming across the wrong way because I like the British accent, and I've never had nobody's ever commented like, hey, jerk off, stop doing that. I mean, nothing. They've all said you need to work on it, or it's real complimentary about it. So
can you give us a rock and roller? Can you tell us that?
I'm a rock and roller. If you haven't watched that show, it's a British movie. It might be a Guy Ritchie joint.
I've seen that movie. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
cool,
it's really good. Isn't it like is it a sequel to Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels?
Yeah, it's tied to that. I don't know if it was the prequel or the sequel, but yeah, it's really cool.
Well, imagine that. John knows a lot about movies now. Have you watched all those movies?
Rock and roller. Hey, today, speaking about the English accent, what are the odds of this? So today we go to the Rose Bowl swap meet or flea market, freaking massive, and we're in there for maybe 30 minutes, and I'm looking at this guy's stuff. And he says,
"It is what?
His stuff."
You like looking at his junk or what?
Yeah, you had to pay a $1.
Wait, is this the real story behind the eye patch?
No, this is how he stuff.
This is really an X-ray vision.
After I looked at his stuff, I ended up needing an eye patch. But I digress. So we go in, and I'm looking. He has pictures. He's an artist. And he's done all these pictures, and I'm videotaping him. And he asked if I was gonna like copy them and sell them, and I said no, not at all. And I told him, you're on video, it's on YouTube, and there's people from all over the place. And his sign is a British guy, a guy from the UK in LA. And we started chatting about it, and I did my accent, and he said it was a pretty good Cockney accent. And then he chatted.
That's an insult, I think.
It was funny. He chatted with some of the people in there, and he asked Steph if she could replace me.
Hey Nick, if somebody says you have a Cockney accent, is that like a put down?
A compliment, dude.
No, not at all. A Cockney accent is just an East London accent. It's a specific.
Right, mate. You get a proper bollocking if you mess with the Cockney accent.
And it sounds something like that. I just wanted to echo what Duane was saying about when Steve said that so many people have sent people over to your channel, but they stayed. And the thing is that you guys are watchable. And no matter how much you might say, oh, all we're doing is just chatting or whatever, that's not easy to go live and make it interesting for an hour, whatever you guys do. It's like,
I feel like, at least for me, and I feel like for most viewers, people like YouTube channels because of the people and the person, not so much the content. And you, Steve and Seth, are both just awesome people. You're fun. You're unfiltered, and you never know what the hell is going to come out of Steve's mouth.
So true.
People have to tune in to see, did you hear what Steve said today? Did you hear what he did? He had this huge wig and his shorts, and he was twerking.
You know what? That's very kind of you guys. Thank you.
We know it's not for the content or the.
Yeah, we don't.
But that's in there as well. That's the key, isn't it? Really, that's in there as well. You're teaching us a lot of stuff as well. but it's entertaining, and people only stay watching if it's entertaining. I think that's what I'm trying to say.
Thank you, guys.
You know, it took me about 3 months before I was pretty sure that you guys weren't really serial killers. Because I thought it would be so ironic if you said we're serial killers, and then later on we read in the paper, holy shit, they were serial killers.
I mean, you don't want anybody to be serial killed, but if later on you found out we were, and then there's this big news and we're arrested, how cool.
No!
How cool.
No. Nice people.
You would never kill a subscriber, right? I asked you that before. You would never kill a subscriber, so you should subscribe.
Speaking about killers, you want to hear a freaky story? And my wife can vouch for me. My old babysitter, with her boyfriend at the time, murdered her mother in a parking lot.
Oh,
that was my babysitter for 12 years, I think it was, or whatever, from I was like 2 years old up till I was about 10 or 11. 12.
What the hell?
And she went crazy, and she met her boyfriend, and they wanted some, like, I don't know, they wanted money or something, and it turned into an argument, and they stabbed her mother to death in a parking lot.
Oh my god!
Wow.
This is my babysitter.
Oh my god, that's the worst story to tell. Oh my god!
You know, Jory.
Did they go to prison, or did he have the death sentence in Canada, or what happened?
They don't have the death sentence. They said sorry, and it was okay. No, that's not what happened. I think the boyfriend went to prison for I think he's in for life, and I think she got like 10 years or 15 with parole or something. Because she was the one that helped plan it, but he was the one that did the stabbing.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, there's a stat in our chat here from Amazon Seller 99. There were 101 Craigslist-related deaths last year.
Yeah, I was just typing in the chat. That's why I don't do Craigslist.
Is that a legit stat?
But okay, but how many Craigslist sales were there last year too? So we can put a number on it.
20 billion.
Not a lot, probably.
Because if we're going to compare that to how many people die driving their, does it count if I drive to a Craigslist ad and I die in the car? Because your likelihood of dying in the drive to the meetup is more likely than dying at the meetup.
Tonya, there were 300 people that died. Tonya, you know there were 358 people that died walking from their front door to their car last year.
What?
No, I'm just making that up, but I'm saying.
I wouldn't doubt it. Though.
Would that stop you from walking to your car? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, people die getting in and out of the bath every day.
Okay, guys, I'm switching up my drink. It's all because of Jory.
You getting some Bailey? I gotta go get more Baileys.
You got Baileys?
Baileys.
Nice. Ooh. So now the girl's drinking the same thing as you, Jory.
But she's putting Crown Royal in it.
I only like to quote stats if I know it's for fact, and here's one that's a fact. 383 people killed themselves since this show's been on, and they were all Saints fans. Just the fact.
That's messed up. That's messed up. I gotta put this back out.
Oh my
god! You'll always have that trophy.
No.
I have my armor.
Okay.
That's not cool, man.
Oh, nice.
That was like that was a very tragic ending for Saints fans.
It's a shocking, unbelievable ending.
It was a major dude. They'll be showing that play. Like if Minnesota goes on to win the Super Bowl, which I hope they do now, they will be showing that play like 30, 40 years from now. They'll be showing the play from tonight.
Yeah, that's bad.
Steve, I'm a little worried.
This is why I like being a hockey fan. I'm just disappointed by the Leafs every year the same. So
if they make the playoffs, you'll jump in the lake, right?
I will jump in a lake. Yeah, I mean they usually make the first game of the playoffs, and that's it. And then they just kind of bomb.
You'll jump in a lake?
It's from a song.
Yeah.
A very Canadian song.
Yeah, no.
John, are you a hockey fan?
I
no.
I like it more than I like it. I just don't. I mean, I don't always watch it. We don't really have cable. But Steve, I'm worried about your left eye, bud. It's getting really red and it looks irritated. I think you're like overworking it.
He put the patch on the wrong eye.
No, I get it.
Put the patch on.
Oh, Steve, I think you just need to put 2 patches
He's gonna look like one of those horses you see trotting around with his eyes are.
Steve, that actually may be a really bad case.
Brittany said I should put 2 patches on and go for a drive. That's not nice.
Go play in traffic.
I didn't say that.
I told you I needed to put him to bed. Look at him.
I'm
He's
fine.
falling apart.
Yeah.
I am
Good. Just give him another beer, Steph. Give
He was
another
like
beer.
thinking a lot. It was like twitching.
That's
Is it
plenty,
redder
you
than this
know.
one?
Oh, Steph, put him to bed.
Can you contact him that other eye?
Yeah.
You make him sound like he's a dog.
You guys want to
Steve,
see what's
He's
left
not
of
a
it?
dog.
yeah, put him
Put him
down.
down.
Can you
Put him down.
Did you see what was left of my
Just
eyeball?
take it off and they can see it.
No,
What
it
happened
hurts
to
my
his eye?
He
Steve, you know
scraped it
what?
with his contacts, I think.
Steve, I like the patch though. Like your face is so much more interesting because like you don't have the hair.
Oh my
So
goodness.
you don't have the hair, so the patch really helps. You know, I like it. That's good.
Oh my
I'm starting to
goodness.
get used to
That's a
this
nice
new
eye.
Steve.
Yeah.
Where's
The
Chad?
patch makes you
Where
look
is
as
Chad?
Pirate Steve. You need to change your channel name to Pirate Steve and Steph.
The Pirate and Steph.
Have you guys ever seen Dodgeball? Isn't his name Pirate Steve in Dodgeball?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Isn't it Pirate Steve? Really?
I'm pretty sure it's Pirate Steve in
Or
Dodgeball.
Steve the, or
Or Steve the Pirate, yeah.
Steve the Pirate. Yeah.
I don't mind that at all. That's freaking cool. Steve the Pirate. Who's your husband? Steve the Pirate. That's a shirt. That's a shirt. Steve the
Krillin,
Pirate.
if you want to know how we know if the lakes are frozen, honestly, we send our least favorite friend or we just throw a rock.
Oh my goodness.
That's what you do. If you throw a rock and it doesn't go through, you're usually good to walk out on it.
Does it have to be like an inch thick?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't measure how thick it is. If it doesn't crack underneath our feet, we assume it's
Wait,
good.
you throw a rock? Like you weigh 100 and some pounds. A rock weighs half a pound.
Yeah,
What's
but you
the-
got the forward inertia of it moving and the impact.
Oh my
If that-
God.
and
No,
that's,
man.
that's a lot of
That's
pressure
some bad
for-
Canadian math, is what that is.
Canadian math.
You know what you do? You send the oldest guy out first.
No, the least favorite guy or the drunkest.
Oh my God.
We used to say lowest ranking airman when it came to stuff like that in the military.
And I mean, if you fall through, it's just cold. It's not a big deal. You get out of the water and you get back in your vehicle and warm up.
Really?
I fell through the ice on a sled. We were trying to pond skip and the pond broke and I went ass over tea kettle on the handlebars and went like head first into
wait, which way did you go? And, no, I'm caught up on the ass over whatever he said.
ass over tea kettle.
Are we talking? We're talking a lake, not a river, right?
A lake, yeah.
Like,
Oh my God.
or rivers, because if you're on a snowmobile trail and you pass a river and you got to go
No.
across the river,
No.
you come out. Have you never
I
pond
know
skipped?
No,
Lauren's up
time
north. She
out.
probably knows what
Time
pond
out.
skipping on a sled is. I can drive a
Time out.
snowmobile on a lake in the middle of the summer if you really want.
Oh my
It's not
God.
hard to do.
Pond skipping.
If a river is frozen and you break the ice and then you get swept under a current, there's nowhere to come up.
Oh.
So no, there's a difference. My anxiety through the roof. No.
I've never fallen off a sled going across the river. I have on lakes and in big puddles in the fields. You get the flood outs. But yeah, it's pond skipping. You just if you hit it quick enough with the snowmobile and you stay on the throttle enough, the track acts as a paddle and just pushes you across the water and you lean
Does
left
this
and right
sound
to steal
normal
the
to
sled.
everybody else?
No.
Lauren's from the north. Lauren will agree. She knows. Lauren, have you ever seen pond skipping on a snowmobile?
Only if you're a Saints fan, Steve.
I've been there.
My dad used to
my
race
God,
motocross,
never going
and
to
he
Canada.
does it all the time, and he's like incredible.
Exactly.
I've tried it before, and I've made it across, but it scared the crap out of me, and he can't.
What?
No matter what you do, don't let go of the throttle because then you sink
Yeah.
and then you lose your sled.
Oh my God, no.
Oh, it's so much fun. We used to do it in the summer. You'd get the flooded out parts of the field, and we'd use shitty old sleds. We'd go across the dirt, and you'd hit the water. And if you lean left or right, or you turn the skis, they turn you the opposite way because they kind of act as rudders in the water, and your track
As long as
pushes you
you're
through.
going fast enough when you start, you're not going to sink.
Yeah, it's fun.
Me and Jory
Did
know
it
it's
lots.
fine.
Fun skipping. That's what you do when you get bored.
Man, the winter does strange things to people. I would never even think of doing that.
It's fun. And if you fall through, it's really, really cold, and then you just snowmobile back and you get warm. That's it.
Exactly.
Get in the car.
Or you
Small
just
pig.
drink until you feel warm.
Jory
And then
drink.
it's fine.
I'm totally gonna search pond skipping videos on YouTube. After
You know what? We got a buddy. His name's Mark Freeman. Down the road from us in London, there's the Arvamill Dam, and he jumped his snowmobile off the dam.
What?
How high?
Landed in the water. Yeah.
How high?
True story. It's probably about 15 to 17 feet.
Oh my God.
Canadians are just crazy. That's
You can
what
type in Mark Freeman. He's sponsored.
Mark Freeman.
Mark Freeman. You can type in Mark Freeman pond jump or dam jump. It'll come up.
I like the way Nick puts it. Very concise. Canadians are just crazy.
I mean, I got the video loaded up.
Holy shit, I see it. No, I have it loaded up too. It's got like almost 2 million views.
Yeah, he got sponsored by a couple people. He makes tons of videos.
Lonnie, screen share.
I'm watching it right now. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, screen share.
Here, I'll lock it on you. There you go. It's locked on you. Yeah, he lived. He landed it.
You there, Jory?
Yeah. Yeah, you're locked on the screen right now.
So this is an average Canadian guy having fun, right?
Yeah, basically, after a couple drinks.
What do they do in the UK, Nick, that you could compare to this?
We go to the pub and then drink lots of beer. That's our idea of fun. No, we do some pretty crazy stuff. Or at least I did when I was younger.
Nothing like pond skipping, though?
Unbox it off, Lonnie here.
No, we don't have snowmobiles. We don't have enough snow to make that worthwhile.
You guys drive Range Rovers through the hills.
We do. Yeah.
my nan is British. She's from the Wales area, I think.
Wales?
Wales area. And then she moved here when she was, I don't know, 25 or so.
So she's Welsh, or was Welsh?
Yeah, it was Welsh. She visits like a lot, but yeah.
So Nick, do y'all ever do like any kind of crazy like drifting and stuff in that mini that y'all bought a while back?
I haven't quite drifted it. Don't tell Andrea, but I've caned it quite a bit because it's so low and it's got some go in it. So yeah, it's fun, but I haven't tried drifting it because I'd just crash. But yeah, they're fun to try.
Isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's a British guy that has a world record for the closest parallel park, and he uses a mini.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he spins it around and then ends up, and he's got about 2 inches either end.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Yeah.
There's a competition over there, Nick, where they'll drive into. It looks like they drive into a courtyard, and they're doing all this crazy stuff, and then at the end, they have to finish into a
Yeah. Yeah, there's like competition, isn't there, with minis where they do that?
Yes.
Yeah, they have to go into a space, reverse out, and then do a circuit, and then do this reverse park bit at the end.
Yep. That's really
those
cool.
guys are amazing.
Yes, Krillin, cow tipping is a real thing, but it doesn't work. They just moo and kick at you and run away.
Got some highbrow questions tonight.
Look, the 101 Craigslist killings were total, not for 1 year. There's a blog post for Craigslist killings that has it at 122 as of January 2018. Well, that's not that bad.
For like all of Craigslist?
Yeah, Craigslist has been around a long time.
Yeah, that's not that high.
How many eBay killings are there?
There might be some, like Jory had that issue a while back.
Yeah, eBay told me to go meet the guy because he lived down the street from me, so I went and met him. Got my stuff back. Long story short, guy bought a Betamax, said it didn't work, didn't want to return it, opened up a claim, tried to get a refund. I drove down to his house, and I got it back.
Wow.
You're so funny, Jory. Where you always go,
That's what I do, I guess. Maybe it's a Canadian thing, maybe it's just a me thing.
Tonya, have you ever skipped a sled across the frozen lake?
Well, down here in Houston, Texas, we don't really see too many frozen things.
Tonya, you did a video a while back where you were driving your daughter to school, I think. Is that what was going on?
Yeah, we did have some snow last month. We actually did. It was amazing. A lot of fun.
Yeah, we did
I
too.
could not shut up about it. Yeah, you guys had a lot of snow, huh, Lonnie?
Yeah, we well, I think we probably had like 4 or 5 inches.
But several days of it though, right?
No. It maybe 24 hours off and on. But then we made a snowman, and the base of the snowman was like this big, and it was like 5 days later, the last of the snowman melted. You know, so that was around for a while. It was
Let me
pretty
see
fun.
that dog.
Crosley.
Oh, is that Dalmatian?
Crosley?
Yeah, he's Dalmatian and blue heeler.
Oh, really cool.
Oh my goodness.
Oh wow! Can we look it on John for a sec?
Yep. That's
Hello,
an interesting
Crosley.
dog.
Just say, looks like
At first I thought
looks
he
like an
was
Oreo shake.
a healer.
He does look like an Oreo shake,
He's very comfortable.
or like an Oreo blizzard.
You know, my grandfather had a blue heeler when I was a kid, and he had cattle. And he had actually a blue heeler and a couple Australian shepherd dogs. And man, he would let them out the truck, and they would move like 40, 50 head of cattle from one pasture to another, just like that. It's amazing watching those dogs work cattle. So cool.
How old is Crosley?
3 years.
3, we think.
Yeah, we adopted him, so we didn't know exactly.
Did you say he was deaf?
Oh, I did not. He's deaf.
Oh, he's deaf.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
100%?
100%.
does that make things complicated then? I mean, I've never known the deaf.
A little bit.
We actually, like, when we go to houses with normal dogs, we forget that dogs can hear, which sounds really stupid. We get it. But like we're so used to trying to like get his attention and then give him like some kind of a signal that when we're at another house, we're like, oh, you can just tell them to go outside or like sit. But we love him even when he's difficult.
They're amazing though. A deaf dog, like our daughter has one in Dallas, and he's deaf. And
she's a girl.
Well, her name's Dallas, so I always think it's a boy. But she's deaf, and so she met us the first time, and then we didn't see her for a long stretch. And the next time, and she was kind of standoffish when she first met us until she got to know us. And then the next time, instantly, that dog was like, I know you guys, and was super friendly. And it is interesting though, like
they can't ever let her off the leash because she could get hit by a car. She won't hear it. She may never come back. I mean, she doesn't turn around to look, you know, she's just busy doing dog stuff because she has to be on a leash all the time. So that's kind of scary.
But she knows when they come home. Like if I don't know if you call it the fur daddy or whatever they're called, but
what?
When he comes home, she knows. You can't hear, but she knows. So
the fur daddy?
But he has gas. So that's
Can we go back to the fur daddy?
Yeah, I know.
What do you call a parent of a dog? Fur daddy?
I just think of your shorts that time in that video you did when I think of fur daddy. I think of Don King.
Hey, Tonya's had to go. See you later, Tonya.
Bye, Tonya.
Have a good night, Tonya.
Bye, Tonya. Good night. So,
do we have any more questions coming?
I know we should do some questions, huh?
Let's see.
I haven't seen many pop up in the chat. I guess they don't have to be reseller questions either.
They don't.
All right, I got a question for the group.
Let's hear it.
All right. So if you guys had, we'll just say, for instance, an exceptionally good month, what have you guys ever went out and like treated yourself to something above and beyond? And if so, what was it?
Yes. We bought Andrea a mini when we sold that cartridge.
Nice.
Right.
Hard to beat that.
Yeah.
Right.
She was over the moon. Still is. She's always wanted the new model mini.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Wow.
Well, before every extra dime went into this house, if I had an amazing month, it would usually be like a really rare, expensive video game I would get, or I would treat myself to like a real nice dinner or something like that. I would go up to the keg or eat steak. Because if you can't treat yourself, the hell are you doing it for, I guess?
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
What have we done?
I remember it's been probably 4 or 5 years. I bought this like bike trainer for $10, and we sold it for $500. And we got champagne. Remember, I got a bottle of champagne. This is when we were at the apartment. Remember at the apartment?
This is when he was trying to impress me, I think.
She drank the bottle of champagne and doesn't remember.
Yeah, she doesn't remember any of it.
Wait, you bought a $500 bottle of champagne?
No.
I remember the bike trainer.
Yeah.
Like I remember that big flip, but like I can't remember.
Yeah, we got a bottle of champagne.
Like
Doesn't-
what kind of champagne?
500. That's impressive.
I don't remember.
Was it like $100?
It was just
I'm
like
sure, yeah.
probably like a toast to like
Yeah.
being awesome. You know.
Oh, so it's more than
Being awesome.
Celebration.
It was a celebration. We've done that before. Like, you know, you got to go out and treat yourself a little bit.
sometimes I buy a burrito on Tuesdays. Really good taco truck down the street.
Lonnie, is that how you had a good Monday?
Yeah, if I had a good Monday, I'll buy a burrito on Tuesday.
You're living the dream there.
If you had had this burrito before, you wouldn't laugh because it's really good.
Let's see, Nick.
Lonnie, that's the most depressing thing I've ever
Oh
heard.
my god! No, it's the most amazing.
Buy burritos.
It's so good.
Nick says, "Oh, I bought a car." Lonnie's like, "Sometimes I get a burrito."
That's a really good burrito.
That's fun.
I mean, it's hard to turn down a good burrito.
That's true.
That is true.
Right, I'm going to have to bail on you guys. I'm going to have to go and get some sleep. So,
All right.
Thanks for dropping in, Nick. See you later.
Night, Nick. Thanks for dropping in.
mate. Keep stacking those ponies and monkeys.
Nick.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm
see you later, Steve.
Wait, what did you say?
I said keep stacking those ponies and monkeys. That's just a real thing to say.
No, we've lost 3 people. There's like 10 people still here.
Yeah.
I know.
This is a huge panel.
It is a big
Huge.
panel.
I'm a dork. I treat
Huge.
myself a good
Oh,
sale
Nick.
by buying real estate investments. I'm a huge dork.
Oh wait, well, so that's not a dorky. That's smart.
Smart, yeah.
That's incredibly
I'm
smart.
like an 80-year-old trapped in a 30-year-old's body. Seriously.
Honestly, if I have really big sales,
Stocks in real estate, I'm a dork.
it's fun though. If you have really big sales, then it's fun to go to an auction or go out garage selling with that extra couple $100 in your pocket. You know, you might be going to an auction with a couple hundred. Now you're going to an auction with $1,000 or $1,200. Yeah.
I also like to gamble.
That face is great.
Like responsible and I gamble.
Those of you that know me pretty well know that already.
I'll tell you one thing. Like when we go garage sailing, when Candace goes with me, we'll typically eat lunch after we go garage sailing. It's kind of our thing. You know, it makes a nice day of it. We eat a hell of a lot better lunch when we get some nice scores than we do when we don't really find much.
Yeah.
There
You
you
know,
go.
just saying.
White Castle or burrito truck.
Or burrito truck.
Not even a restaurant now.
No, we eat at restaurants typically. The burrito truck is my own little thing. Like
Wait, you haven't
I consider it a big deal.
Candace?
No, we do sometimes, but I mean, like, it's my thing. Like during the day, I typically don't go buy myself lunch. I'll typically eat something around the house. You know, what I mean?
Lonnie's like, I only got 2 sales today. It's burrito truck day.
No, it's hot dog. No, that's hot dog.
Shit, I could probably save a few hundred each week. I eat lunch every day. Go out and get lunch. It's way too much money.
Do you enjoy it?
I do.
There you
There's
go.
there's no fast food around me, so it's all restaurant food too. So it's not like an $8 meal.
I love Steve's like whole life, whatever.
Mantra?
I love it. It's just like, did you enjoy it? Yes. Like then.
Well, yeah, their saying is,
I love
enjoy
it.
your life
I
or
know.
else. Or else.
Oh, or else.
That's their slogan. They put it on box knives and they send it out with like blood spatter. I have one.
Hey, Lauren, you like
Or
Lauren,
else?
Yeah, or else. That's their slogan.
Hey, Lauren, are you a poker player?
Sometimes it depends.
Oh, I love poker.
Oh my
I
gosh,
love
we got to get a poker game going at the next
If it's
rally.
like a
Yeah,
home
we
game
should.
where I'm playing with people I know, because then I'm not stressed out. Like if I play in a casino or something, I'll get really stressed out and I won't play very well. But if it's with friends and we're all drinking and I'm just like relaxed and hanging out, I'll usually play really well. And then
We're gonna play. The next time we're all together, we're gonna play. That'd be fun.
Lauren, what do you mean by really well? Do you mean you play really aggressively or you play very conservative? What is well for you? What do you mean?
She thinks she's playing well because she's drunk.
I get super into it. Like I just get like, straight ahead blinders and I'm super into it.
Okay.
That'd be fun at the reseller rally.
Yes.
That'd be really fun.
Poker.
I wish they'd get a date together so we could try to get everything lined up.
Well, I think it's more fun when I know people too, because I don't care if I win or lose because I know everyone who's playing. So then I feel good if someone else wins because I know them. Like
not me.
I'm in a casino playing or something because I don't want other people to win. But when I play with people I know, I'm like, I could win.
Sounds
But
like
if my friend
fantasy
wins,
football.
Steve, you're still a little salty over that, aren't you?
The fantasy football?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think, you know what? It probably would have
No, Steph told the truth.
annoyed me. It probably would have annoyed me more if you weren't such a graceful winner and so humble. You know, like throughout the whole season, you just carried yourself with. I mean, it was impressive. Yeah, it was like there's so many times where I think you should have celebrated and you wouldn't. It's so impressive. Yeah.
You remain very poised, Lonnie, throughout the whole season.
I just have
Whenever
to say, if we play a
Whenever I
game-
did lose, I was pretty classy when I did lose.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, Steph. Go ahead.
Oh, I was
interrupted
gonna say, if we do play a poker game, I can tell you the crazy Steve is gonna come out because.
Oh gosh.
Steve's got two different sides of poker. He's got serious Steve, and he's like very
always
very
serious.
good. And then
Oh
there's
god,
crazy
me and Steve are
that
gonna
comes-
kill each other.
Yeah, Steve will come, and Lonnie's gonna bring it out in him, and he will be ultra aggressive and crazy, and it's gonna be a show.
It'll be fun though.
Yes, it will not be serious, Steve. It'll be
No,
crazy.
we'll have fun.
Oh no, it might get serious. I know how Steve is. Steve, with me and Steve, it could get serious.
Yeah.
He is competitive. He's all enjoy your life, but he's ultra competitive too.
Oh yes, he is.
Or else.
Yeah.
Not at my expense. Enjoy your life, but it better not affect mine. I'm joking. Maybe.
All
You're
I
not
did
joking.
was look down in the chat, and I see that ParrotHead Picker said, "I snore really loud."
I saw that too.
What is going on?
Did he fall asleep? Did you fall asleep?
No,
Abe?
we're talking about me, him, and Brian all riding together to go to Lauren's house.
Wait, you're staying at Lauren's house?
Lauren's like, whoa.
Oh, y'all are gonna go visit. Is that like a little rally, like a mini rally, a micro rally?
A micro rally.
There's gonna be some pizza, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
I need to bring all these guys thrifting. I've already been thrifting with Brian. Like, I need to take Andy and Shane thrifting. They're too close for them not to be thrifting with me. Needs to happen.
How close is it? Like, how close are you to?
I think it's like 5 or 6 hours, isn't it?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what suburb you guys are in. I'm 5 or 6 hours from Chicago, depending on traffic.
Yeah, it's probably pretty close to that.
Oh, are you a Minnesota person?
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota person.
You guys should come visit too.
Minnesotian.
A Minnesotian.
They're called Canadians.
Yeah, right? South Canadians, right?
That's like 8 hours. We were just there, weren't we? No, Milwaukee.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
It's the same fucking state.
It's the same. Right there.
That's so funny.
I love her. She mixes cities and states a lot. Like cities and states, not so much.
Oh, sorry. Okay, truth be told, I failed my 8th grade geography.
Doesn't even know what it's called.
You don't know the word.
She probably lost her way to the class to take the test. Couldn't find the classroom.
Stop. It was actually history, but I'm pretty sure there was.
Oh my god.
This is why I don't YouTube.
I feel like that's something Ricky would say. Yeah, I feel like that's something on the Trailer Park Boys. I've never taken no geography.
Geography. That's either a Ricky or Bubbles quote for sure.
Oh god.
I love Whitney. Whitney needs to be on with us every weekend.
No, this is what happens. I've had so much wine, and this is not good.
It's great.
Have you ever saw the series Fargo?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Fargo.
Love it.
That cool or what? The Netflix
Yeah, and it takes place in Bemidji, where Micah Miller lives.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
Bemidji, Minnesota. Yeah, I remember she bought something on my website and I shipped it to her, and the thing came up Bemidji, and I was like, no way, she lives in Bemidji.
How cool is that show, though?
Oh my gosh.
so
I haven't seen the second season, though. I've only seen the first.
Is that on
you're gonna
the
like it.
Yeah, it's so good.
Netflix, Hulu? Where is it
I
on?
don't think it's on any of
Yeah.
that.
Fuck.
It's on Hulu?
I think Netflix.
Are you laughing at me?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're dropping hard F-bombs.
Oh, true story. I said the F-bomb the other day, and Darcy repeated it back.
Nice.
They're like sponges.
Yep.
So that's parenting.
I'm gonna have a hell of a time with that. I got such the trucker mouth and was raised in shops, so when my little one gets old, it's gonna be hard for
Just
me.
wait till they're 2. That's the magic
Really
number.
think it through. Well, right now he doesn't know what I'm saying, so
Yeah, you got 2
it'll
years.
take long. Bianca question: what was the best item you ever found? Does anyone want to start off?
I will.
Sure.
Mine will probably be crazy because no one will have found mine. I went to an estate sale, and if Ronnie was here, he'd be throwing up his arms. I don't know if he's even in the chat or not. But I found a vintage Hermes bag with the original box and dust bag, and I bought it for $200, and I flipped it for $1,500.
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
Wow.
Wow is right.
And it was beautiful, and I wanted to keep it for myself, but I knew that I could sell it for way more.
Wow.
Nice.
It was
Well, I
some
guess that-
football player's wife's bag, and they moved.
That's
I
awesome.
can't remember which one it is. If my husband was here, I would ask him because he would remember. It was an estate sale at their house, and they.
What would the
he got
MSRP
traded or
have been
something,
on
and they
that
were
bag?
moving. And I found it at their house for their estate sale, and it was super cool.
What would the MSRP have been on a bag like that? How expensive are those?
Like 10 grand.
Oh my goodness.
It wasn't a
What?
Birkin.
Wow.
It was an older one than a Birkin. It was like almost all leather, and it was an open top tote. I can't remember what the name of it was.
It wouldn't matter.
$10,000.
I don't even know what the
people pay
logo
for-
looks like.
Oh my goodness.
This was like maybe 5 years ago.
Wow.
Nice.
I'm looking.
So did you celebrate with anything after that?
No, I stuck it in the cabin fund. So we celebrated with the cabin last year.
Oh, that's all?
Bought a
That's
cabin
awesome.
with it.
Car,
You guys,
yeah, car, cabin, burrito.
I always eat
talked
burritos,
about,
so
like-
that's not a celebration for me. That just happened.
We
Talk
need a
about
celebration thing.
The most successful one is on the panel. It could be Lauren. We didn't even talk about Lauren. We don't know everything that girl has done, but that sounds
No.
crazy.
Lauren's flipping cars,
Uh-huh.
selling Chinese kids,
Buying cabinets.
Selling Chinese kids.
I mean,
My
she's just doing it all.
I have no limits.
My best sale, not counting cars, because they're not like the best. They're not the highest. They're the highest dollar I've sold, but they're not the best I've made. Would probably be that sewing machine, the Singer 222K. I got $1,500 for it, and It came out of a
Sewing
storage
machine?
auction, and you
That's awesome.
Singer 222K. It's a little portable feather white. There are feather lights, black. There's little gold trim. I got $1,500 for it, and it came out of a storage. That, or back in the day when I was like 5 or 6 years old, I bought a TN Japan Spaceman robot for 10 cents at a garage sale, and my old man took them from me, and he didn't give them to me until I turned like, I think maybe 20, 21. And I sold him, this is going a while back now, for $950 US back in the day on eBay, and used that to buy a beater car.
And that one's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. Actually, here, I got a picture of it too. Let me show you the.
He still keeps a picture of it.
No, I just Googled one so people could see what it was. I didn't keep a picture of it.
I got a picture in my wallet.
They think you're winking all the time, but
Oh,
really
I'm
you're
winking
blinking.
all right.
You know what sucks is his other eye is blinking too, and that probably hurts.
You see a wink, you know that it's for you.
I found it. You guys see? Hold on.
My eye is working.
You gotta lock it on
One time
it.
I got
Yeah,
it.
put the screen
Has
on
he
it.
got a picture of it?
That means everybody has to shop.
It was a her bag, a 2-in-1 her bag, in Hermes.
I would give
Hermes?
you $5 for it.
And
No.
they were actually like super rare, and I had the original box and all this stuff. I like almost peed my pants when I found it at the estate sale. I still remember it.
I would have walked right by it.
Yeah, I
So
Wait,
like,
how much?
yeah.
How much?
How much did you sell for, Lauren?
1,500.
What?
What?
This was like 5 or 6 years ago.
I'm just like, I'm gonna
Wow.
just bow down to you. That is amazing.
It's honestly, it's all where you live. It's just where I live. If I lived somewhere else, I would not find this stuff. Like,
Jeez.
I just know where to look where I live.
Well,
Good luck.
you have the knowledge too, though.
Yeah.
People ask me
And the
stuff all the time.
capital and
You need to
all that.
look for things. You need to source things that are a lot of things where you live that you can find that you're going to flip for good money. Like if I wasn't finding clothes, I would flip something else that I would flip for good money.
That's pretty cool though. 200 and 1,500.
Okay, guys,
Yeah,
can I go
that's
next?
nice.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to do a screen share, and
There you
this
go,
is actually the thing that got me into reselling full time. I found a big cart of robots, like industrial educational robots that came from a school.
Wow.
I bought the cart for $150. Here's one of them here. You can see it. It's like steampunk looking. It's got all these sprockets and gears and shit like that. I got a couple like that, and then this
What do you
one
mean by
was
a
worth
cart, Lonnie? What's that
like
mean?
a rolling cart that you would put like a TV on and a VCR if you were like 20 years ago, you know?
Yeah.
I think I had like 7 robots total. This is the most expensive one. I think I got $700 for this one. This orange
That is
guy.
so
Hey, what does it weigh?
This one weighed about 75 pounds, and
Dang.
it actually went to India.
Huh.
Nice.
Did you crate it?
Yeah, I created it, and the guy. Oh, I didn't crate it. I bought like some disposable styrofoam ice chest. This is very early on, okay, and I put it inside of these ice chests, these foam ice chests, and then I put that inside of like peanuts, and then I like crazy ass big box. And the guy used his DHL account to get it to India, and somehow it all worked out. So
Very cool.
and then here's another one. I had a couple of these, and I actually have a few videos of like I actually learned how to use this one. It's got like this little programmable keypad. But anyway, long story short, that got me started because we actually bought those out on the street in Denham Springs, like in the little antique district. Guy was selling them in front of his dad's store. I bought the whole cart for $150, and I sold everything on the cart for about $1,500. And that gave me kind of the seed capital. I was like, man, that's cool. I want to do that again. And little did I know that was going to be my best fit. I thought it would get better from there, and it was already the best I would ever do.
Yeah,
That was like me with the robot. That was what really got me into the whole eBay thing. Like, whoa, wait a sec. Somebody paid this much money this quickly?
Right.
And then, yeah, whole years went by without selling anything for $1,000.
Right.
That's freaking awesome. Plus, it's a it's an interesting item, whether it's
It was.
that purse somebody paid 10,000, Jory's when he was a kid buying that, and then you buy those multiple robots. That's freaking cool, man. That's more exciting to me than if you bought a car real cheap and flipped it for a lot of money, unless it was a really cool car. It's just
it was fun. Well, you made a good find when somebody's willing to ship something from the United States to India that weighs 75 pounds. It must be kind of special.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So very cool.
Wait,
Who wants to go next for the
why do
best
you
item
guys
they
have
ever
such
sold?
a cars a lot? Like, what's wrong with a car flip?
It's just a pain in the ass. You deal with shysters and dealers and no-shows and repairs.
You
And
have to do
people
low cost
calling you. And,
ones, or else it's a huge pain in the butt. Like if you can do like 10 grand or less, you usually get out of it really quick, and you don't hear from anybody again.
If you go past that $10,000 mark for cars, you actually start making less money. You end up only making like $800, $1,200 off a car.
Do.
I made more money buying a car for $1,000, selling it for $3-4 grand, safety detested, and move it on to the next one.
Huh.
But it's a pain. If you can't get parts at a discounted rate and you don't have access to a shop or tools, then don't even let it cross your mind that it's a good idea. Or have some sort of connection. Like I can get parts at cost. I have access to shops and detail equipment. So to flip a car is an easy thing, kind of. But it's still a pain. And then you got to store cars somewhere. Some townships don't let cars sit without plates on them.
Yeah. You have to, a lot of towns don't let you have them sit without plates.
Yeah.
Whenever I pick them up, I try to keep the old plates on there, and then I just won't title it. I'll just stick it in the driveway.
That's what I do too. And then, I'm selling my uncle's car for him. Oh, why is it not in your name? Oh, it's my aunt's car. And you may not pay the taxes.
Jory knows all the tricks.
Time to switch it over. Well, if you buy a car for $1,000, you want to sell it for 200 or for $2 grand. When I go to put that car in my name, if the car in Ontario is worth over $1,000, you pay the HST tax value on the book value of the car. If it's under $1,000, you pay what you paid for the car. So if you buy $1,000 car and the book value shows it's $3 grand, you're paying tax on $3 grand for that car to put in your name. Tax is 13% here, so 13% on $3 grand adds up quick.
Here, as long as you pay.
I gotta read this comment. The Crazy Car says his coolest find was a Civil War era field surgical kit in a fitted wooden box complete with a bone saw, scalpels as big as kitchen knives, and tourniquets that resembled ratchet straps.
Wow.
That's crazy,
That's
man.
cool.
He said he paid $40 and sold it for $1,450.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Nice.
Can you imagine what that thing had? If it was a used one, man, that's crazy.
And blood stains metal really weird if you find old vintage knives and stuff with blood on it.
Ew.
True story. Well, I had a bayonet I sold, a Spanish bayonet from 1871, and it had all this weird like runny dots that kind of looked like rust, and I couldn't figure out what it was, and it was etched in the blade. And then research led me to believe it's like blood. It's when they don't clean the blood off well enough, the iron in your blood ends up etching the stainless and eating into it a bit, leaving rust residue.
Wow.
Interesting thing about iron and blood. It's in space. It's all in all of us. So it makes us all you find it out in the farthest reaches of space.
Oh my god.
And it's in our blood. So you know what that means? We're all connected. It's back there.
All right, so most of you guys have heard mine. I bought I think it was basically a pallet. I mean, it was about enough equipment in a pallet for $100. Test equipment, which are the one that I sold.
Oh, that's the Spec Annie, right?
Yeah. So this unit that I sold, not the very one, but a picture of it. And I sold it to a guy in Brazil. I can't remember. I remember I ended up making about $1,800, but I think it was like $2,400 is what I sold it for, plus all the shipping. And that was one of my biggest screw ups too. Was the shipping on that, because that's when I had just started and I didn't understand the whole oversized box. It weighed 68 pounds. It got there finally to Brazil, and
dude, I heard Brazil is one of the toughest countries to ship to too.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I heard after the fact. I didn't know,
Right.
It was pretty early in the game. So, but this guy, he showed me, and by the way, this was not working when I, it was working. Let's put it that way. Somebody that had any kind of electrical or electronic, and this guy did. It was the power supply problem, so it was actually fairly simple. Oh, here, let me show you real quick. One thing here. Where the hell am I? Oh, right here. On.
Oh, did we lose Duane?
Right.
I'm laughing at the chat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Apparently, I was one of the biggest flips for somebody. That's pretty funny.
That's funny. That's for Barry.
Oh, I think Duane froze.
Yeah, let's see what some people have. $200.
Oh, here comes one.
Ferrari.
What is yours, Andy? I haven't heard from you lately.
My best one really was I stopped at we got a college town that's it's about 45 minutes for me. Usually I always like find good stuff there because one, it's a college town. I walked in there. I walked into a Goodwill in there one day, and they had 5 brand new sealed HP toner cartridges, and I paid $35 for them, and I flipped them for $600 in about 2 days. So I paid like $7 a piece for them. Yeah, so that was really my best flip. So, nothing exciting, but extremely low investment with a high ROI. So I was happy with it.
I think toner cartridges are the absolute best thing you could buy and sell.
They're my favorite. They're my favorite thing to sell. My favorite thing. I just sold 3 of them the other day to the University of Purdue. Lady just she bought 3 of them and it went to University of Purdue. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Boilermakers.
They sell so fast.
They do. That was my first ever Amazon flip. Wanted to get into Amazon, and I bought like 15 of these toner cartridges at a garage sale. Listed them, sent them into Amazon. Figured I'd try it out, and it was like 4 days. They were gone. All for $100. Loved it.
Yeah. Like there are only 2 things better than video games, and I would say toner is one, and I really think graphing calculators is another. I think those are both better than video games.
Yeah,
like toilet paper.
In any of the new sealed Sony like old media, like at that same good.
Oh god, yeah.
At that same Goodwill, I actually found a Sony new sealed micro cassette recorder that I paid $7 for, and I flipped for $150 or $60, and I sold that in like a day or 2.
Wow.
It was just. Yeah, I mean, but like I said, it's a college town, so they have like all that sort of stuff. I find like great stuff in there whenever I go.
The best part about a college town is there's constantly an influx of new people coming in and people leaving as they graduate.
Exactly. Well, I used to like to go there like this time of year because like when I was doing Amazon, I would go there and go scan books because what books are going to sell better than college textbooks? You know what I'm saying? And and they had all the current books. You know what I mean? So I would go there, scan my books, and then I would just ship them off to Amazon. But I hate scanning books, and I'm not about that anymore. But it was just a great place to go source.
Who else? What about you, Shane? What was your best sale? I think I know what you're gonna say though.
What do you think I'm gonna say?
Probably a set of shoes.
Those shoes.
Damn it! Yeah.
Shoes.
It's the shoes, the Instagram shoes for $260. And I paid $1.99 for them. It's the coolest sale.
That all went through good, man. You never had any trouble with it?
No trouble at all.
Sweet.
No, he paid. It was an unconfirmed PayPal address. I turned down a $260 sale, but after I shipped them out, I freaked out. And I'm like, oh shit, did I really just send them to an unconfirmed address? Sure did. Ended up, the guy, I got a little worried. And so I was just like, kind of saying, well, I shipped them out. And he sent me a picture of his house. And it had 3 totes full of these shoes. The same shoes that he bought for me. Full totes. Full. He was a collector. He was a collector. And he's like, if you find another pair of these, I will pay top dollar. Call or get a hold of me. Gave me his info.
Hey, I want to read this by Win by Doing because we're talking about like great flips or whatever. He says, I am still trying to find the high profit niches. Biggest profit to date outside of a car was just shy of 200. I think it was like in my case, I don't know about you guys. I can't speak for y'all, but most things I sell, like I'm making maybe $20, $30 on.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm talking about something I made $1,500 or $1,000 on, but I think most of us are making like way less than that. We just like to romanticize the big stuff, but we actually make money on the small stuff. That's where the money's made. You know,
but I was gonna say like
sharing. It's like once over 5 years or once over 10 years.
Right. The big stuff's like buying a lotto ticket. You just might get lucky going out to the garage sales or the thrift stores.
Yeah.
One day. There's no special tactic to getting $1,000 flips and stuff. It's just luck and consistency.
It's luck and knowledge, and you do it long enough, you'll get there. And if you don't, it doesn't even freaking matter. Because I mean, if you're consistently hitting $20, $30, $40, $50, you know, profit, you don't need that. You know, so don't feel bad, dude. It's like it's just a luck thing.
Well, and I've never had like a $1,000 flip unless it's a car, because I sold a car and it was a 1969 Ford F100. I bought it for $1,000 and then sold it for $3,000. But
wait, what is going on with John and Whitney right now?
Share.
Is she leaving?
She's going to bed. She's throwing in her towel.
She's got to tell us good night, though.
Bills, our hats. Yeah, you got to say good night to everybody.
Sorry, that was a really awkward moment. Was that on YouTube? Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm going to bed because I have to work in the morning and I'm really drunk. So
Sleep it off.
I'm going to go sleep it off.
Thanks for joining us, Whitney. Always a pleasure.
Bye, Whitney.
All right, bye.
Bye, Whitney.
Bye, Whitney. I think, John, are you the only one that hasn't
John's
shared
going to
your
be
best?
following closely behind, I promise you. the way that kiss was.
Yeah. I think the coolest.
So my biggest flip was last year. I went to an auction and they had this 1960s Fender amplifier. One of the old tube amps. And it looked really beat up. And I went ahead and bought it for like $175 or something like that. And I brought it home and plugged it in and like plugged my guitar into it. And it started smoking out the back like really bad. And I was like, oh shit. So I turned it off and I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll just sell it as is. So I started an auction, started 99 cents on eBay. And I said, you know, as is, not working. I put smokes out of the back. I took all kinds of pictures. And it sold for $1,100 and some dollars.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
So do you think people were they knew what was wrong with it and it wasn't that?
Yeah. I mean, I wrote a whole big description up and everything, you know. So they knew what they were getting. But it was just so rare.
Yeah, I've done that with video game stuff. If you know what's wrong with it,
yeah.
Easy fix. Somebody probably knew exactly what it was. I'm sure it was some $20
Yeah, probably
part.
did YouTube or something.
Yeah.
John's like burns a little
oil. Sure, or something.
Right.
Burns a little oil.
How often were you checking that auction, John, once it started really taking off?
Oh, my phone just kept dinging, man. I would just keep bids. It was wild.
Isn't that fun? I miss the fun of the auction, dude. I miss that fun.
Yeah.
I haven't run an auction in so long.
Auctions just around Christmas. I had these two Funko Pop, you know, those little, I don't even know what they are, toys. And the boxes that I had were just trashed. But the two items were actually, they were discontinued. They were retired. So I'm like, well, these boxes are hammered. I mean, they've been wet. And I explained it all. And I started them off both at 99 cents, and one sold for $67, and the other one sold for like $52.
Wow. Yeah, they retire those things, and then the value goes sky high.
Right. And one of them was like the Snow Miser, and the other one was the Humble from the, you know, the snow from Rudolph.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like I don't do enough auctions because I don't do any. You know, there's probably a lot of stuff I should be.
I only ever do it for junk when I just got lots of shit, like a lot of old DVDs or a lot of like toys that just are extras. Here you go.
Yeah.
I don't care what I get for it because I made my money and I just auction it better done.
I don't
And
do
most
any.
times it's disappointing, but yeah, the odd time it just keeps banging and you look at your phone, you're like, why is this? Because you just find those right two people, I guess.
It's cool because, like you said, you keep hearing, and you know, it cha-chings just like a sale. Damn, just a nice, but you know, it wasn't an actual sale. But yeah, I don't do auctions very often. I think I do them mostly when I don't care what I get out of it.
Yeah.
For 99 cents, if it sells for 99 cents, I'm not out anything. I got those two things for free in a storage unit.
Nice.
I mean, there was so much in that storage unit. It was just pennies.
Or you buy a big auction lot and you sell your good things, and then you're just left with a bunch of randoms that were in the box and stuff.
Yeah.
End up auctioning it off.
I sell a lot of my flawed stuff on auction, but it'll be designer stuff with flaws. So then I'll just dispose the flaws, and I'll get like 20 or 30 bucks out of it.
Quick way to clear it out.
It's better than nothing.
You get 20 or 30 bucks out of it. That's
Well, I'll probably have like 10 into to start with, so like I can get my money back, you know.
I don't sleep, and I always end up browsing the eBay auctions at like 3:30 in the morning. I always go video games ending now, and I sit there and browse auctions ending at 3-4 in the morning.
Wow.
It works well sometimes. I've gotten some really, really good deals because you get some night owl that doesn't really understand eBay, and they're listing all night, putting auctions is up at 3-4.
Look at the stuff that ends at like 8 a.m. That's where you'll get killer deals.
But for me, like a flip also, like I think a flip can be exciting without being super high dollar. And what I mean by that is like, so I sold a jacket or a coat. It was literally, well, not a coat, but it was a jacket like maybe a few weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. And it was actually a Johnny Cash jacket. And it went to the Johnny Cash Museum.
Oh, yeah.
So,
that's cool.
That's cool.
$9 sale, but it was just the wow factor of the coolness.
Yeah.
I had a museum buy a Bible off me too. 1790.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
You know what flips I'm most proud of is when I know that there have been 1,000 other people come through and they left the thing. Like I went to, this was about, I don't know, 6 months ago. I went to an estate sale and this place was raided. Like there were like tumbleweeds rolling around. You know what I mean? Like y'all know what it looked like. The estate sale has just been like totally, it's like late on Sunday. And it's been running since Thursday, and it was just picked over.
Yeah,
That's when I found the clown. I found that clown that had like the hand crocheted outfit, and I was just joking around. I said, "How much you want for the clown?" He's like, "Oh man." He's like, "Oh, please buy it." Nobody wants to buy it. Everybody thinks it's creepy, and they said it's $1. And I bought it, and I ended up selling the thing for $100. And that kind of thing is when I'm most proud because I know that everybody else passed over it and I knew to buy it. You know what I mean?
I feel the same
You
way.
got the knowledge to get it, yeah.
I go to the flea markets sometimes, and some of those guys, to be honest, are just assholes. And they're not real bright. And when I know I can find something that they just know zero about and they don't want anything for it, I'm just so happy.
I love that. I like doing that too. I get that sometimes with video games at some of the pawn shops. They'll just have a blanket like $10 price for everything, and you go in there. I'm like, all right, 10. I'll take these 8. And, I've had a few of them look at me funny. You're very selective. I'm like, oh, I keep blanking price $10. I'll just keep picking up the good ones. And they never do deals though. I try every time I go in there. I'm in there 2-3 times a week buying video games from them.
You know you'll buy them. They're like, we know this guy. He'll pay.
Yeah, they know.
Diesel Engine Freak sold a Kenny Rogers Robert Lewis collection leather jacket for $100.
That's cool.
Nice.
Nice.
Awesome. Really cool.
Kenny Rogers.
Who's Robert Lewis?
The gambler.
You don't know who Kenny Rogers is, John?
No, I know who Kenny Rogers is.
Oh, okay. All right. You say Kenny Rogers like you didn't know who he was.
No, I'm saying classic.
Absolutely.
He's got like 1,000 of his CDs.
Yeah, tons, man. The complete anthology.
Yeah. Speed Trap Collectible.
I sold a shirt to Mickey Gilly once.
You did?
Fresh, famous, yep. And he sent it didn't fit in me, and I ended up getting it back, but it went to Mickey Gilly. So
wait, you had a return from Mickey Gilly?
That's pretty cool.
What a jerk!
He returns it.
It was one of those. It was a vintage shirt, an extra large and an extra large vintage, not the same as an extra large now.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever. I got to think.
Dude, that's cool. Like I've heard of plenty of famous people that people sold to, but you might have the most famous return.
Duane,
and he wore that, so his DNA's on it. So that's extra money.
Yeah.
He took the time to package it back up, put a shipping label on it.
You know what happened with that guy, right? You know, it was like rumored that he burned his own club down and like insurance fraud and shit going on.
Really?
Yeah, he fell from grace big time. Check it out. He was on American Pick, one of those shows. Was it American Pickers? I think he got picked by the American Pickers not too long ago, a couple years ago.
Did he return an authentic item, Duane?
Yeah, Duane. Did he rip you off? Did he send back?
No, it was good. It came back. It just didn't, it was actually even nicely folded. Not the same way I fold it, but whatever. And
tell the truth. Did you sniff it?
No.
Tell the truth.
Did you sniff it?
This doesn't smell the same way.
Wow. Jake
So,
Ross
John-
said, I sold a JVC VCR for $249 in 2 days that I bought for $1.
Nice.
At day 2 of a garage sale.
nice.
That
That's
kind
great.
of stuff is awesome.
Hey, John, do you have a copy of Urban Cowboy by chance?
Dude, I already sent you Rocky 3. How many requests do you want, man? I'm at the public library. It's funny you say that, man, because like I put these local ads up on like Facebook and offer up and stuff, like bulk DVD lots by the 100, all this stuff. And the questions I get like are just absolutely ridiculous. Like CD lots. I'm going through my chat here, okay? Got any rock and roll CDs? Yeah, I got some rock and roll CDs. How many scratches are on the CDs? Like,
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Well,
I can't tell you how many times I've been asked that question.
John, with the CDs, you'd probably be well served to, this already, but you'd probably be well served to divide by genre, especially for the rock and rollers,
Rock and roller.
I
wish I could know that, 2 months ago.
John, you should have just started up your own Redbox service with those.
Yeah, somebody said Cincy-Flex. Was that you, Lauren?
Wait, what?
Did you say I
Lauren's
should start
like,
up Cincy-Flex?
I'm answering a text. Sorry.
Cincy Flicks.
Go on.
Cincy-Flex.
I'm ready to listen now.
You said I should start up Cincy-Flex like Netflix.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Cincy Flex.
Your own
I feel
Facebook
like Lauren was
Start a
sleeping.
streaming service. Upload all your videos.
Yeah, she fell asleep on us.
Power nap.
Brian the Oakbrook Picker said, I sold a vintage Cubs hat to Eddie Vedder.
No way.
Come on.
What?
That's so cool.
Who did that?
That's
Brian
really
the
cool.
Oakbrook Picker.
You know
On
why?
eBay? Do you have his eBay account or did you meet him? We want
It
to
seems
know
like
this.
he would have a guy that would buy for him, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's got people for that stuff.
I don't know.
Hey.
Some don't.
Maybe because Brian the Oakbrook Picker gets up early in the morning and does his thing, he puts himself in a position to chat with Eddie Vedder. That's right.
Awesome.
That is
It
that
went
kind
to
of
his-
stuff is neat. You can't put a price on it.
I went to his business office in Seattle. That's what he said.
There
That
you
is
go.
cool.
Nice. That's
That is really cool.
Wow.
What was that video where we were making fun of him in the bushes?
Oh, yeah.
Which
That
one?
was funny. It's
There's
the
a
Temple
video.
of the Dog one.
If you look at on YouTube, Temple of the Dog, freaking just awesome The singing is
I'm
awesome.
going hungry.
Yeah, go.
Dude, oh yeah. I don't mind stealing bread.
Yeah.
Eddie Vedder's like in a cornfield just staring like children of the corn, and he's just singing in it. It's so funny. Who picked that?
It's
funny.
Yeah, like tall. They're close to the ocean, so whatever the tall bamboo or whatever it is.
Looks like a cornfield.
But it's freaking amazing. The song.
That's a great song.
The video though is like, what's going on there?
Who directed that?
But Eddie Vedder and Chris Cornell. Oh my goodness.
That was a tribute band, right? Temple of the Dog.
Yeah.
I thought so.
But check out that video. You'll like it, John. It's freaking.
Those two. I mean, Chris Cornell, I think, has the greatest rock and roll voice of all time.
Dude,
no, he doesn't. No.
In that video, when you watch that video, like Eddie Vedder is a bad dude, and Chris Cornell is playing lead guitar, and then all of a sudden he starts screaming, and when he screams, it doesn't sound like a normal human being screaming. Like it's just wonderful. It's amazing.
Yeah, we've seen him in concert a couple times, and he's so amazing just sitting there. Yeah. Like it's like effortless. It's
I dropped my pants.
So great.
Can't see him live now, so you guys won't get to experience that. But man, incredible. And a pair of boots.
Wow.
What? Oak Picker sold a. Oh, sorry.
Herman's Hermits. I don't know any. I'm sure I do.
I do.
If you hear a song, you'd probably know it.
Yeah, you would. Old school.
I'm into something. I know that one. Something tells me I'm into something good. Did they sing that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know that one. I'm not gonna sing it though.
Something tells me.
Something tells me I'm into something.
John, read the chat, John.
John, your wife is still awake.
I see that. She's chatting from the bed.
Hey, now you know what mood music you need, man. I mean,
I'm not alone.
You've been caught.
Amazon Seller 99 said, we've sold to famous movie stars, one porn star, and even a state governor and a recent presidential candidate.
Oh my goodness. He's probably talking about Hillary if it's a candidate. It's easy to break this stuff down, guys. It's easy to figure out.
I wonder what Hillary bought.
Yeah, I know. What did Hillary
Off
buy?
eBay.
Like a used salad shooter?
Oh my goodness.
She probably brought, like a shredder. She had to shred all the documents and stuff.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. Oh my god.
One paper shredder, please.
Chester. Okay, wait. Chester, whose voice can't be beat?
Chester Bennington's.
Oh no competition.
I don't know.
Chester Bennington is awesome.
I do have to say though that collab that they did with Jay-Z, that's pretty amazing.
It is really cool.
I'm not even a rap guy at all, but man, I love that collab.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Hey, hum a few bars, Lonnie. Hum a few bars for us. Come on.
But he has that. What's the name? There's like a whole album they did together, right?
Well, let's just hear a piece of it. Come on, Lonnie.
Why, man? I don't care. I don't have shame. Go.
I want to hear it.
Fine. Have you never heard it before?
No, drop it.
I don't know who that is.
Drop it.
It's Linkin Park, man. Do you know it's Linkin Park is?
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm not going to sing it.
Get after it.
No, I'm not going to.
Right.
Come on, Lonnie. Lonnie.
Jams.
I bet, John's a musician. I bet he could do it.
I know.
Don't even go there, my friend.
I thought he was a bad singer.
He is.
That's the worst. The worst. Bad does not even.
Bad doesn't even cut it.
The only time I sang is because it was Tonya's birthday, and Mr. Lonnie here just thought it would be hilarious.
It was, and it didn't disappoint, did it?
It was.
Dude, I'm gonna try and find that.
Never again.
Let me see if I can find
I can't even sing to myself now when I'm alone because I'm so scarred from that experience.
Hey, Krillin, to answer your question, I only offer the sale to the next buyer on an auction if the first guy doesn't pay for it. That's it for second chance offer.
Well, that was a good question.
Mm-hmm.
We're still getting good questions in the chat.
The odd one pops up.
They're just all having fun telling their stories.
Getting
No,
into
it's
music
awesome.
debates here.
Everybody's got some cool stories.
And everybody's hoping that John sings some Linkin Park.
I never sold anything to anyone famous, but I did sell a gallon of lube once to a studio in California.
Wait, what?
Gallon.
It's huge. Because
where did you find a gallon of lube?
I got approved for health and beauty on Amazon, and I got hooked up with a wholesaler company in Canada called paintcherry.com or .ca. So I get wholesale adult products for a super discounted price. Well, out of all the adult products you can sell, lubes are the #1 sellers because they appeal to lesbians, gays, lonely men, lonely women, couples. It doesn't matter.
Gallon,
It's all. Well, I have no idea, but it went to a studio, so I'm assuming it was a porn studio of some sort.
So just to clarify, this wasn't when you were starting eBay and you were just selling your personal items around the house.
that one might be.
That's all he had left out of a 5-gallon bucket.
Yeah.
Gallon of lube.
I like to dress up as the greased up deaf guy from Family Guy. That's why I got the gallon of lube, I guess.
Jory just has.
But it sounds good. You got to figure. I paid $2.85 a bottle, and then plus the Amazon fees, and I'm selling them for $17.90 a bottle on FBA.
Wow.
Before fees.
Wow.
So I make about $8, and I honestly I sell about 3 a day.
That's fantastic, man.
Crazy.
That's cool.
Completely separate from good used goods Amazon because I didn't think people would want to see good used goods as the name for buying.
Good used
Smart. You do not want to reuse that.
No. Really hard to get approved in for Amazon, but once I was approved in it, it's super quick sell-through like rates. The only complaints or returns I get is sometimes lube bottles explode when they go small packet air places, probably because of the pressure change.
All right.
I just send
They
them
come
another
back
one.
with hair.
I don't take returns on them. If people ask for a return, they just get their money back. Or Amazon deals with the return. If someone says it's Amazon, it has nothing to do with me. The product's destroyed after that.
Win by doing says he's taking gallons to the Toonie bars.
Oh my god.
Gross. Toonies made their presence known tonight. Oh.
So Jory, does it have like a pump? How does that work?
Yeah, I did. It had a pump on the top. Like you see like a handle and pump that you pump out. I got all
Pretend
the
like you don't know, Lonnie.
There's flavored ones. There's water-based ones.
Lonnie's asking because he's like, that is a pretty good price. I might have to buy one of those.
Yeah.
It's
And
17 something a gallon. That does sound cheap.
No, the gallon ones sell for $42. The ones I sell for about $17 are just 500 milliliter, which I don't know what that is. If you guys want it converted,
500 milliliter would be
Or you
half a liter, which would be a quarter
maybe
of a
half liter.
2 liter.
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, just about a
Yeah, half liter. Yeah.
I mean, I guess the question would be, how long would that last? Someone.
I guess it depends how much stamina you have, doesn't it?
How many horses?
Yeah.
How many horses? You got them.
Yep. Hey, can I show you guys something real quick?
Yeah.
Whoa, what is that going to be?
I'm gonna do a
on topic?
screen share.
You guys.
No, off topic.
Abort.
All right, can you see my screen?
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
All right, so this just sold on my website.
Why?
This guy brought this in because Reds fans like me are crazy. All right, so this is a rare like stool from the 1975 World Series champions.
That is pretty cool.
Sold for $200.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
It's a lot of
Just
money
a
for
little stool. Yeah.
No one's ever going to be allowed to put their feet on that.
Yeah. No kidding, right?
That's really
what's
cool.
that?
That's neat.
That is really cool.
Huh.
John, I should have made another. John, can you pull up the radio that I was bidding on? I should have made another.
Yeah, I'll find it. Yeah, Lonnie got outbid by $1 on this radio.
But, John, you know it's not $1. Come on, man. That's
Oh,
not
yeah,
how
I know
auctions. That's not how auctions work.
It's how my auction works. You lost by $1.
Yeah, but if my bid would have been higher, then they would have bid more too. That's
not necessarily.
I put in a max bid early of like I think 30. Was it 30? I think it was 30.
35.
They must have bid 31.
Was it vintage, Lonnie?
Oh yeah, it's really cool. Like I couldn't even find one sold or otherwise on eBay. I should have.
Wow.
I should have bid a little more because it's like a really nice color.
All right, here
That's
you go.
crazy.
Here's a radio line that you lost.
Holy cow.
That's
That's
really
really
cool.
That's really cool.
Great color though. That's what y'all want to look for when it
That
comes
is
to
a
like
cool
those
color,
vintage
yeah.
radios.
Yeah,
I could see someone like living in Florida wanting to buy that to put it in their house.
Yeah,
I got a nice pink one.
John, it wasn't me that got outbid, was it?
LT. You're LT, aren't you?
Yeah, okay, that was my max bid then. I thought it was 30.
Yeah, 35.
35. Damn.
And this guy came in.
But look, he kept on feeling me
He
out to
wanted
see
it.
what my max bid was. See, he would have kept going. $1 saying it's $1 is a little bit.
Keep telling
simplified.
yourself that.
But ultimately,
That's just so he can sleep at night.
Steve, it's all over now. But
you
yeah,
got
that
outbid by $1.
It was cool though. I should have. I don't know what I should have done. I'll just
I
wait
can-
till
Hey,
I find
John.
one in a freaking garage sale. But it was cool radio.
Are you now shipping stuff out on your website?
I am, yeah. So I'm doing a national auction every week now.
I watch that one religiously for the video games. Keep seeing.
Do you?
what's up
Yeah,
there.
you got some
yeah,
good
I keep
ones
checking
there
it.
for me.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm setting stuff aside for you. I've got a little stack of video games just for you.
Yeah, you might as well. It'll just be easier to pack them all in a box and send them all this way.
Yeah, for sure.
Bit by bit.
Yep, I'll get you taken care of.
That's cool. MCM junkies.
Yeah, Bearded Picker said Lonnie got felt up on John's website. I would call it more of a probing than a.
I sold him the lube to do it.
Not only a lube, a gallon of lube.
Oh man.
Yeah.
The first time that sold, I listed that on Amazon. I'm like, no way anyone's gonna buy this. And then a couple weeks later, checking the sales, and they don't sell often, like probably 5 times a year.
There you go.
That's
Same
actually
person, so
a
there you go.
comforting thing.
Oh, it's the same person running out.
Yeah. Well, you can see like the combinations of what people buy together sometimes, and if it wasn't probably such a private thing with the names, maybe I block their names and I'll share the combinations of buys sometimes. Definitely not a monetizable YouTube video, but they'll make you raise an eyebrow sometimes.
That's funny. Well, send them to us. We would like to see it just for the fun of it.
Yeah, we'll send them. Outfits too. Like outfits are great sellers, especially around Halloween.
Lauren, masking tape, rope, a shovel. What?
No rope. Definitely restraints. Usually something that's a little oversized. It's rubber. Usually looks like a fist, and a lot of lube is the 2 things that can get really graphic with it.
Yikes. Okay.
And
There's a
outfits.
question. There's a
And
question.
handcuffs. Oh, we got an actual question.
Yeah. Not to derail you there, but actually to derail you.
Those are sold on Amazon?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
All of that stuff sold on Amazon because people don't want to buy it from an adult website. They worry what it's going to say on the credit card. So you buy from Amazon, it just shows it's an Amazon purchase.
Or you don't want to walk into a store that would
Yeah.
all that stuff. Right?
That too, yeah.
Tell us more, Lonnie. Tell us more about it.
No, actually I don't know. I'm just saying. Like, the question was actually for John. He left. He had enough of Jory's stuff.
He had enough of Jory's stuff.
I guess he's gone. Answer John's question, I guess, and then maybe we'll get it wrapped up.
Yeah,
What
let's
have we
do
been
that.
on? 2.5 hours now?
Yeah.
Are there any more questions? Come on, people. Ask
Is anybody
us.
still watching?
Yeah.
Do we still
Actually,
have
like
viewers?
74 people are.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
They're learning about how to sell sex toys.
Yeah. Very informative.
So do you ever do bundles, Jory? Like, do you sell like a bundle deal?
Yeah, I do. So the very first time I ever did it, now I have the warehouse shipped directly to Amazon for me because all the products just go with the new labels. But the very first time I ever did it, I had a crate, like a whole skid dropped off at my storage. And it was interesting going through a whole skid worth of boxes of adult toys and then trying to help customers at the storage. Like, what's in the box? Oh, just files. Don't worry about it. How can I help you with the storage? And
John,
the boss had a good look on her face when she saw it all.
John, there's a question for you in the chat, man. Do you feel like it makes a difference having a .bid site as opposed to a .com site?
That is a very good question. For a while, I thought it did, but I don't think it does anymore, strictly because the vast majority of my bidders are return bidders. So they're on the site every week, and all of my advertising is direct link. So I don't do any like billboard advertising or radio, none of that. Everything is the internet. When you just click, it takes you right to it. And if you come back to it, you start to type it in your browser and it just automatically populates.
I think though, like if I was going to tell somebody, like let's say I clicked on your site and I was your customer, and then Fred that lives next door to me says, "Hey, where did you get that cool radio or whatever?" Oh, well, I got it at, and then I tell them, and I don't even know .bid is on the end of it, and I tell them .com because I assume it must be .com. That would be the only instance where I would see, like if somebody's giving it like a word of mouth type.
That could be. Also, if you Google, look what I found. My business has like the first 6 or 7 results.
Nice.
So it's like my website, my Facebook, my auction zip, all of these things. It's all my website. So that helps too.
So who owns the .com? Do you know?
Oh man, they used to not even use it. I don't know if they're using it now or not.
It says it just has like a blank page with one line. It says the resource you're looking for has been removed, had its name changed, or is currently unavailable or temporarily
They're
unavailable.
probably waiting for me to like try to buy it from them or something. I don't know. I thought about making it lwif.com for a long time, and I offered the guy that owns it, a price for it. He wanted like $5,000 or something. I was like, I'm not paying you $5,000.
Yeah,
I can understand why I wanted it though. Like 4-character domain names are like pretty rare.
They are, yeah. He can have it. It's fine. I mean, if I had the .com, maybe it would help me some. I guess. I don't know if that's really hurt me. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. I think if it has, it hadn't been much.
No, I don't think so either.
So I figured we can end on this question. What's everyone's biggest mistake of 2017 from reselling that you've learned?
Buying 62 pallets of media.
I'll
go. Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Lauren.
What's yours, Lauren?
I'm not entering my accounting when I should because I'm going to have to spend like 4 days in a row entering all this crap now that I didn't enter for 3 months at a time, and it sucks.
Oh my God.
Sales every week or every month, or else you're going to be doing it and you're going to want to blow your brains out like me.
That is exactly the same thing I have. I am 3 months behind on my books. It's horrible. And I've been playing catch up because now it's the end of the month, the end of the year. And I'm trying to reconcile all this stuff, to get it all lined up for my taxes. And it has been a freaking nightmare. Everything just got away from me. It's nuts.
Same here. Like October on, I was so busy and I just kept putting it off. And I'm like, oh, it won't take me that long.
Hey, you guys.
I did a ton of it this morning and I was just burned out and I had to stop. And I have so much more to do. It's just terrible.
So in 2018, they have this really awesome thing called GoDaddy. It automatically does it for me.
They don't have it here in Canada.
Doesn't
no
are you serious, Jory?
Yeah, no, really? It won't work here. Yeah, no GoDaddy bookkeeping.
I don't think that would work for me because I put all my buys that I don't pay cash for on a credit card. And I think
you can link a credit card and automatically populates it.
If you do credit card, it does?
Yeah.
You can link your credit card and everything to it.
Okay, maybe I'll have to do that then. I'll have to look into it.
Yeah, it's super.
You should
super
definitely
easy.
do it. It's amazing. We've been using it for years and years, and coming from an accounting standpoint background, it's a really great program, super easy to use. It has an app on your phone, so when you're just sitting there, you can start categorizing all of your imports. Like it imports from all your credit cards, all your banking, all of your, I think it'll even do, it'll do your Amazon, it'll do your eBay, it'll probably,
Etsy.
It does it? Okay, that's good. I wasn't sure about, like, I know you do Poshmark and stuff. I'm not sure if it would do something like that. It might, but it's amazing. It's really easy, and you'll love
I don't
it.
think it does Poshmark, but it does
That's what
Etsy
I was
and
gonna say.
pretty much
That's
everything
the part
else.
that stinks. Like I sell too many places other than eBay, so it's just like gathering it all together and remembering.
Well, the nice thing about it is you're able to do a manual entry where you could take all of your, if you just added up your sales in, like say Poshmark or whatever it would be, if it's not integrated, you can just take a tally and just do an entry for one line for your total sales.
Yep.
And you can just do that.
That's cool.
I manually enter my mileage on it. Is what I do.
Now,
And
can you also put like okay, now can you also put your individual price per item, like that you pay for your stuff as well on there?
Well, it's cool. It does. You have to manually do it if it's something you bought without a credit card or something that's going to sink in there. But anything that's imported from a device, like a credit card, not a device, but like a credit card or something like that, you categorize where it's going to go. So you know, like I print out my Amazon, I print out my eBay, and I just look through all of my purchases to see which ones are business, and I put those into. I just categorize those, and the rest I'll just go to, you know, personal.
Literally, like here's the app, and like if you pull up the app, here's like my expense page, and everything's automatically populated as an expense on there.
And you can tell it all purchases that are from this particular vendor, they always go to this category. And then you can do the exceptions. It's really, really simple. But I think I don't know if it still is $99 a year, but it's like $99. And it'll print out a page. It'll calculate your sales tax that you paid and what you actually send you a spider hug. Hope you feel better. That's cute.
Right.
And, but
I mean, honestly, that's less than $10 a month. So it's super cheap. If you really think about it.
I got
an
a
accountant
coupon.
will do that for you for $10 a month.
Yeah,
right.
I got a coupon off of eBay, and I paid last year. I paid $78, I think.
Ooh, that's good.
That's good.
Thanks, Adam. Adam, thanks for the spider hug, man. By the way, I'm not wearing underwear. But anyway. Hey, that's a real spider hug.
My biggest mistake for 2017 was not doing anything for Q4. I was lazy and worked on the house and got minimal listing and minimal sourcing done. And I seen it one of the worst Q4 sales I've ever had.
Wow.
For me, I try to list most of my Q4 stuff in August and September.
Yeah, that's when I usually try to, but we had the baby in August, and then
Yeah, I'd rather
that just went out the window.
Get re-list the whole time I've before than to actually be listing stuff because it's just too much work.
You can't let babies get in the way, Jory. Come on, man.
I'm good now. I got the routine down now, so we're kind of like right back into it, and it's just kind of right back to normal life, other than a baby screams occasionally. But the first 2 months, though, it was definitely a learning process, trying to get kind of back into the routine of things and managing my time.
The house is a lot of work too, man. So it was like,
oh, dude, so
you
we
had to
can
get
see
done.
my trimless doors behind me and my trimless window there, right there.
I have a hole in the wall behind me. Do you not see that?
Yeah, but that looks like a vent, like you're doing
We've been
ventilation.
working
like
on
a
our house
return air.
for 2 years, and that hole's been there for the whole time.
Well, you're not going to see trim on this house till it's probably done, and then I'll do the trim. Because this is only the upstairs. Like the whole downstairs needs to be done. We just finished doing the bar room, kind of. It's what used to be the safe because it was a bank, so we put some cupboards in there and granite, made it a little wet bar. But it's never ending.
Lauren, we have a hole exactly like that. We have plenty of them in our walls, but all you do, just to cheat, so you don't have to look at it or whatever, you buy a grate and put it on there. It looks just like a vent that you'd have like for a air duct, and it covers it, and you can just live with it like that. It's great.
we had
That's a great idea. I might do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
on the West Coast, I don't know what it's like in other states. I don't know. Not every state has like concrete foundations, and they have like our water lines and everything. It's encased in concrete, and we had a leak, and it actually made the floor warm. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, radiant heating.
Yeah, but so in order to get the plumbing, that leak fixed, it was more cost effective to run it up through the walls into the attic, you know, and down to like basically just
bypass the
shortcut.
ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have holes in the walls.
There's some funny cats going on, lady.
Who else regret? What who hasn't gone yet? I think we heard Andy and Lauren. Sure, Lonnie.
I'll tell you, I think my biggest mistake was not being prepared for Q4 enough. Like, I don't know that you can do enough to prepare for Q4 as far as just having enough listings, enough product, do enough RA. I should have worked twice as hard and done twice as much as I did this year. So next year I'll do more. I don't know if you can do enough, though.
Honestly, I don't think it's ever enough. I think if you hit what you want, then the next year you're gonna want to go to that next level. And
I could have done more, though. I didn't do all I could do.
That's when it pisses you off. I'm in the same boat. I could have done so much more than I did, and it just
Same here.
I saw the effect of not listing what I should.
I totally saw that this year.
And now I got boxes of shit that will probably sit in the storage until it's more valuable to sell them come Q4 because they're just nothing that really brings any sort of excitement year round.
I can say our regret, well, mine, we haven't ever talked about it, but like this whole year, you know, since we started, we didn't plan on it, but we started selling, you know, all local. So we have nothing on eBay like the whole year, but we had to pay for our stupid store the whole year because we locked into that contract. So we should have at least put stuff on there, made an effort to put some stuff on eBay, you know, because now we're putting stuff on eBay, but we could easily get out of it pretty soon here.
It's a good
month, February or something.
Yeah, that's a good point because when things like right around March, April, on the local sales, when it took off, we didn't, at that time, we didn't say, oh, this is going to last forever.
Yeah,
Let's just not do anything on eBay. We were so busy doing it that eBay slowly died down. And then you're right. We had
nothing on there. Lazy. Like 12 items maybe sometimes.
And we just kept our store. But we'll at least put stuff on it this
I know.
year.
So now we'll probably keep our store. We'll see. I don't know. We'll switch the
It was a good,
but
I mean, we should have thought about that, but it was a good problem to have with what we were experiencing locally. So that's the silver lining.
Right on. Who hasn't now? I think John, you haven't gone, and Duane. Either one of you guys.
I was joking about the media. No, I think my biggest, I mean, same as you guys have a Q4, but specifically to like my auction business, I didn't have enough inventory to have the auctions as big as we normally do. We're used to like 400, 500 items a week. And for some reason this year, you know, my consigners just didn't bring in as much as they normally do. So our auctions were like 250, 300 items a week, and that's just not a lot. The bidders were still there. Like, that wasn't a problem. It was just the inventory.
how many years have you been doing the auction?
3 years.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
For me, I just didn't buy enough. Moved into this house in February, so I took basically February and March off. I mean, there were still things in there, but I was busy doing other things, and I just didn't enough. I worked through my desk pile, which is beautiful. You know, I don't have that anymore. I have a few things right now, but it used to be. But the problem I've found is since I don't have a glut of inventory, I'm starting to realize that I don't have enough. So I just didn't go deep enough into the whole sourcing thing.
That's going to be tough with your 20 a week goal too. Just because
I know right now. Okay, so today we Tonya did that 25 before Sunday. Okay, I did my 25th one today. I have absolutely nothing to list.
Oh.
And buy 25 items.
Dude, that's awesome.
You know,
there's something
for
kind
next
of good.
week.
There's something kind of good about that, though.
Yeah.
That must. Feel
Yeah,
good
but
in a way.
it's not it's a comfortable feeling. I mean, because I don't have anything. I have to go worry about whether I'm going to find 20 items to keep my goal going. So I mean, in a way, it's good, but to have a little bit of backlog. Constantly a little bit of backlog, so that if I decide not to go sourcing one week, I'm not, completely failing at my listing goals.
It's only January.
I
We'll
bet,
get there.
just like most of us, you could source from stuff in your house that's just been gathering dust that you're like, you know what, this could go. Let's put it on.
Put
You
your
might
worst
find
kid
some
on.
stuff.
Worst kid? Which one? I could probably put them both out.
You got a cool fireball clock back there.
Ooh.
There you go. I can't be stealing things that were given to me. So no, I'm not worried about it, but it's just an uncomfortable feeling for me.
Yeah.
I'm not worried that, because it's not my only source of income. I have a job, so if it was my only source of income, it probably would stress me out quite a bit more.
Yeah.
Backlog.
You'd probably be better prepared too, though.
That's true. Yeah, I mean that's true.
All right.
Or what man?
I think that probably does it.
The longest one ever.
I think so.
Did Andy
Going on
say?
3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was the
yeah.
accounting. Anybody have anything they want to add before we call her a night?
Just it's going to be on Chad's channel next week.
That's right.
Chad's next week.
Channel. Reseller 6-pack group on Facebook. If you guys aren't already subscribed there, tells you whose channel it's going to be on. It's every Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. Any other time zones, I don't know. Google it.
The rest don't matter, right?
That's right. Anybody else want to plug anything?
Enjoy your life.
Nope.
Yeah.
Enjoy your life. There you go.
Or else.
Enjoy your life.
Or else. Thanks for watching, everybody. And
guys.
we will see you guys all at the next Reseller 6-pack show next Sunday on Chad's channel, Golden Finger Picker.
Awesome.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Awesome.
Bye, everyone.
See you guys.